day?
I'm drinking my root beer out of my Geek Fuel glass from back when I had Geek Fuel.
I see. Speaking of root beer, I went to A&W in the U.S. and it fucking blew my mind.
Why? What do you mean? Why?
Because you guys don't have burgers at your A&W.
What?
Right?
I've never been to an A&W, so I don't.
Exactly, because it's not a big thing there, but it's huge out here. And they have the best burgers. I went to an A&W, I think it was in Minnesota, and I asked for a burger, and they looked at me like I was out of my mind.
You mean Minnesota?
Yeah, Minnesota. And all they had was like chicken and like chili fries and shit. And I'm just like, what even is this?
I can't even imagine that. That's the spices that they put on their burgers and fries, man. It's so good.
Yeah, that's the good shit.
I can't wait to try In-N-Out. I can't wait to move to Texas and try In-N-Out.
Oh my goodness.
I'm still hugely fond of Five Guys.
I haven't been to a Five Guys.
There's Five Guys everywhere.
I consider myself a burger connoisseur, and maybe I need to go to a Five Guys.
Five Guys. The fries are where it's at with Five Guys, because you get like a million.
Yeah, it's true.
I always enjoy being able to eat green peppers and weird stuff.
Interesting.
I feel like all I've talked about is food now, because I work at a restaurant. I'm a server. So now, like, all I talk about is food.
There are some food-centric aspects of the campaign.
Yeah.
And it will likely remain that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
I tell you what.
Because like really good food will like give you a buff for a while, and like it's just
mostly made by Cookie.
Yeah, mostly made by Cookie. Cookie makes the best food. For now,
we're up. We're going.
We're up.
We're live. Hello, people.
We're live from outer space. Hello, welcome once again to Mercenaries of Mischief. I, as always, am your benevolent Game Master Puck, also known as John Goodfellow, also known as the Game Master. Now then, joining me today is my regular players. We have the always red and hatted Koshano the Quick, fake bard extraordinaire. We have our super blue cleric elf, Gilbetta fucking not. And joining us today, two other mystery people who will be introduced later.
Who is
For
that?
now, we're going to pretend they're not there.
Done.
Seems reasonable.
When last we left our heroes, they found their party's numbers diminished upon returning to Cookie's Crab Shack near the ruins of the Avalon Keep to return a coin to a Mr. Owen Stone, representative of an anonymous noble in Waterdeep who had hired them out to retrieve said coin. Owen Stone said the coin was not quite what they were looking for, but paid them all the same. And no sooner did they arrive home, they didn't even have time to hang their hats before a missive came in saying that a former instructor at Avalon Knights Academy, Spoony the Bard, is requesting aid to help another instructor, Calazar Maldismuth, a sorcerer who has run into some trouble in Neverwinter. Holy crap. I wanted to say Northwind for a second. Too much wow. Okay. In Neverwinter. So they've packed up their things and they've gotten ready to hit the road at this point, assigning new tasks to the Goblin workforce, looking to restore another section of wall and the training facility in the ruined areas of the keep. Loading up their brand new, nicer cart, not that mule and buggy shit that we used to have, but a nicer cart, a bit more of a noble cart, taken from a group of thieves known as the Blackpaw Mercenaries. Go Team Growl. And you've loaded it up with your new horse. Have we come up with a name for this new horse yet?
Oh, shit. I named the dog. I didn't even think about naming the horse. And I grew up with horses. So
maybe it's just horse right now. Maybe you don't want to get attached, and it's fine.
Yeah. Because what if somebody steals it from us?
Right. Like this could go any other way. Maybe you need time to get acclimated to the horse and give it a name. on that.
Koshano's never had the opportunity to own a horse before, so he hasn't even thought of naming it.
It's never come up.
Horses are borrowed for brief periods, usually without the owner's consent.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
So.
Well, Gilbetta lived in a temple, so Gilbetta is used to having horses and stuff like that around.
I see. So Cookie has prepared you a variety of provisions. It's not Cookie's famous stew buns this time because you're going on a longer journey. He's not able to give you something he's worried they might spoil. So he gives you some more non-perishable foods, some harder breads and some vegetables and fruits and that kind of thing.
Spam? Any spam?
A little bit of cheese. There's some cheeses in there.
That was a hard H on that. You said harder.
Harder breads. Like, it's important to emphasize. You got to enunciate. This is performance art. Okay. Now
there you go. Get it.
Yeah. Get it, kitty. Get it.
This guy.
No, I was talking to you. Get it, son.
Oh, okay. So he's prepared
those
everything.
vocal inflections.
He's prepared everything for you guys, and he comes to meet you out before you go, and he's... You're going to want to be careful heading out to Neverwinter. Maybe keep a little bit of a low profile.
I generally trying to keep a low profile. But
I know it's not an issue for you, Koshano, but I'm just letting Gilbetta know as well.
I have to say, though, at this point, it could be good to start promoting the name of the
Tread
academy.
careful. Definitely promote the name, do all that stuff, but just tread a little carefully because Neverwinter's a bit of a tough town sometimes.
Yes, I've actually been to Neverwinter before.
Interesting.
So I know a little bit of what you speak.
But be careful, and if Calazar's involved, shit's probably hit the fan.
As always when we're around.
Oh.
Fair enough. You guys have a pleasant journey, and I'll take care of things while you're gone.
Fantastic.
Oh, and if you happen to see any new recruits along the way, be sure to pick them up and bring them back to here. I'll be sure to vet them for you.
Okay. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you for that foreshadowing there, Cookie.
I'll just make it up on the fly, guys. This is just like, where go that? No. Okay.
We're going with it.
So you load up your cart, and you guys get ready to head out.
I think Yibi should continue riding that noble steed of his. I think that's a good look for him.
Yibi is going to continue riding your mule?
Yes.
Okay. Yibi continues to ride the mule.
He's like the scout, right?
Yeah.
Like he...
Send him ahead.
Like, a lot of times he has way better rolls than you guys do, so he makes a good scout.
He does because Sean rolls for him, and Sean has paid off roll 20 to give him good rolls.
Look,
so
things have happened. So easiest way is take the long road up to Mirabar, and then go from Mirabar to Neverwinter.
All right, this sounds good. Yeah, stick to some main roads. With our cart's got the insignia painted on it now, so like we get that mobile advertising going on.
Absolutely.
yeah.
So you guys head out. Redan and Richard, you guys find yourselves hitchhiking along the long road after having lost the caravan that you were traveling with, after taking a brief excursion out during a stop. And the two of you, by happenstance, just happen to be walking together. So, get ready. Redan, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Redan. Giant beast of a human being. 6'5", 6'6"-ish, maybe a little taller. Giant muscular, 250, 255 muscles. Long braided silver hair. Some piercing brown eyes. Just a beast of a man.
All right.
Cool.
And what class is he?
He is a barbarian for now.
All right. He's a barbarian for now.
Giant human.
And then we have Richard Bennett, who finds himself walking alongside this barbarian currently.
Hello,
Who is Richard Bennett?
I'm Richard Bennett. I am a warlock. I at one point was enslaved underneath the thumb of the drow, to which I lost an arm and a leg. So escape truly cost me an arm and a leg.
Literally?
Currently,
Barely.
I am 6'6". I have one standard blue eye and one eye made of amber and green, as well as 2 wooden prosthetics that are very immaculate.
Hey, I'm sorry, what race did you say it was?
A human.
Okay. A very human-heavy group. I love it.
All right.
Couple of humans.
So you guys are kind of moving along the road. The long road is very long, but there are towns spaced throughout. You're confident you can make it to the next town on foot. When behind you, you hear sound of a cart trotting up, and what appears to be like a diplomat's or a trader's cart comes up. Yeah, excellent sound effects. Love it. Behind you, and the cart is flanked by a small, kind of well-dressed goblin riding a mule and carrying a sack of provisions.
I fucking can't with Evie.
And who is driving the cart currently?
I imagine
It's usually
Koshano.
Zabel's job, but Zabel is partying in Tribor.
Yeah. I mean, I can drive it, I guess.
Okay, you've got experience with horses.
Yeah.
You can drive it.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll
so
Drive
the cart is being driven by a blue female elf who has a large stone hammer at her side and a shield on her back.
I'm gonna.
So
you know,
as they approach, you guys are on the road. You're possibly looking for a ride. Paint the scene for me, guys.
Koshano's gonna pop up, say, "Hey, Cookie may have had a good point. We could use a little extra muscle out there in the field, being down a few members. Look at that large fellow on the road there. What's you make of him?"
The last fucking help that we had started brawling with us in the street.
Well, yes, but I mean, look, in any group of miscreants, there's going to be a betrayal at some point. We got ours out of the way quickly.
I defy you to call me a miscreant again.
I wasn't referring to you in that group, of course. You're the exalted one amongst us.
Take that tone out of your voice. Bastard.
So the cart moves close to you guys, and you can hear this argument going on next to it.
Fine.
I'm just gonna kind of look over and wonder, why are these people arguing so loudly? Heart. Just to get to the next place.
In the process of the arguing, I'm gonna gesture over and kind of catch the weird eye on this guy.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be like, maybe not the other one, but the big fellow. The big fellow. I think he could be quite useful.
Okay, I'm gonna stop the car and I'm gonna say, "Hello, this ruffian would like to speak to you."
Just throw open the door.
I'm gonna turn around and look in.
Greetings, friends. I am Koshano the Quick, representative of the Mercenaries of Mischief, great adventurers and emissaries of the Avalon Knights Academy. How does this day find you?
Well.
Very good. You look like a strapping...
He's weird. He's odd. It's fine.
You look like a strapping young fellow. Are you in need of work?
Depends. What's a mercenary?
We do various jobs for people that pay us various amounts of coin.
Do you travel lots?
Sometimes. We're traveling now.
Many of our various employment arrangements bring us to various places. There's quite an opportunity to travel.
Do you find lots of books?
We actually are working for an academy. that is trying to restart itself, and we haven't gotten quite to the
we have a very
library yet.
Library at the academy that you might find quite interesting.
We haven't gotten quite to clearing that out yet.
It's a fantastic library, and
Shut up! I hate you.
Of great renown. I think you'll find many interesting. What sort of studies are you after?
Anything important. New material.
What about very old material?
Old material too.
Very old material.
Yeah.
Yes.
I find myself a bit curious what everything's going on. I'm seemingly left out of this conversation.
It's just like hello.
We have.
So go ahead.
We listen. This is at times it's a tumultuous acquaintanceship.
I think if you come along with us for our current expedition, provide a bit of security and backup, nothing major, just, eyes out, perhaps you might find yourself back at the academy and with access to this vast library of which we speak.
I am interested. Can I pet your horse?
Yes.
Can I walk up to the horse and just start petting it?
Yep, that's fine.
The horse enjoys the pets. Whinnies a little bit. It's kind of like this sort of thing.
See? He seems great. He gets along with the horse. I think he'll be quite a fine addition.
What was that, Richard?
Yeah,
You're a little quiet.
I was hoping that you would have to roll to getting kicked in the face.
No. This horse is very amicable.
That's great because
It's very receptive to scritches.
He gets along with the horse. No one can get along with you, so it's fine.
All right. Great. Climb aboard,
Koshano.
stranger. What is your name?
I am Redan.
Redone. Excellent. Love it. Climb aboard and ride with us. We're off to Neverwinter. Think you'll find it quite interesting.
All right. Is it this carriage up top, inside? What's the seating arrangements like?
Inside, there is room for 4 people.
Yeah.
You can ride on the roof if you want, but there's a driver's position that can seat 2.
I'll ride on the roof. I just climb right up.
Just sits on the roof.
Great.
See, no one's gonna fuck with us with that guy up there. This is great.
We have a giant on the roof.
What about the quiet one?
What about?
Do you want to ride to Neverwinter?
What was that?
May I also join you? For I have business in Neverwinter.
Well, we're going to Neverwinter. What a fucking coincidence!
I'm sorry, sir. What is your name?
My name is Richard Bennett, also commonly known as the Warlock of Greenwood.
Warlock. Warlocks. Baz's grandfather was a warlock. That whole blood. I don't know.
But you're a bard and you don't even know what you're fucking doing with your powers.
Right, so I'm not quite dangerous.
You are more dangerous because you speak shit and you don't even know what you're doing.
It's fine.
You cast a curse on me because I tried to make you say it was fun.
He's pointing to his magical limbs while you guys are arguing. He's like, I have these.
What is that?
I have these wooden arms that are.
Yeah,
things.
I was going to bring that up too. So
And you cast spells through that.
In a way, yes.
What does that
More
mean?
so, it is useful for pulling out my pact boon, my blade. I proceed to pull out my short sword from the inside of my arm.
Ah,
Okay. I'm going to put my hand on my hammer and I'm going to say, let's not be pulling weapons out willy-nilly.
Do you really think we can trust this one?
We couldn't trust the last one.
I'll just respect my blade.
Right up top.
It's fine. We'll
it's
fine.
Ride, but we'll be keeping an eye on you. And I glance over at Yibi and
No pun intended.
EB gives you the little salute.
I suppose.
Puts his hand on his tiny scimitar.
Off up with the giant man.
Also, that's Yibi. He's There he is, right there.
So that's Evie.
In broken common, the goblin waves to both of you and says, "Good day."
Yep, that's.
It's getting much better.
I wave back to the goblin.
Give the goblin a nice little
He appreciates it.
nod.
Yeah.
He's visibly appreciative of your acknowledgement of him.
He's okay.
He's generally used to worse treatment, particularly from strangers.
Yeah, he's okay. He's not all bad.
Yeah. All right. So are you going to take a seat inside?
Yeah, I'll take a seat inside.
All right. You take a seat inside.
No. You can ride up top with the giant man.
What?
Oh.
Yes, up.
We don't even. Why are you?
We don't know him.
Right.
I don't want him in here.
But we were gonna let the other one ride inside.
I'm like 80% sure Koshano just likes having the whole cabin to himself.
Bad.
I'm gonna defile it.
I guess I'll just sit on the roof with the man I am just now noticing is the same height as me.
Yeah, it's true. Why is he described as a giant man? They're the same height.
You guys go up and you kind of lament to each other for a moment. How did the caravan miss us? Like, we're both enormous.
So I'm gonna once they're both like settled, I'm gonna let's go. The horse I don't have named yet.
Let's go, horse.
What color is the horse?
Come on, horse.
The horse is a kind of light brown with white speckles.
Okay. All right.
Along the flank.
Okay.
I've clearly given this some thought. Okay.
Does anybody else here know what a flank is?
It's pretty much the rear end of the horse.
Great. That has what? I'll kill you. Don't you touch this horse.
Cows have flanks too. What? Like you've never eaten a horse on a long journey? It happens.
Stuff goes down.
I hate Koshano so much.
Me too.
I'm not a fan of my own character.
No, neither do I.
All right. So the trip is fairly uneventful at the beginning. You guys are able to make pretty good time with your new setup, and the ride is fairly smooth. You're moving along, and you feel like you can make pretty good time. You go past a red larch. You don't feel like you need to stop. You still got plenty of daylight left. And you're moving north along the long road. It gets unseasonably dark very quickly in the evening as this thick fog rolls in around you.
That's bad. That looks bad.
And you hear the sounds of thunder echoing in the distance. You feel that there may be a storm coming.
That's not good.
I'm going to lean out. I'm going to lean out the kind of the door, the window, whatever, the carriage.
Yep.
And shout out, Richard.
Yes.
Quick question. And does Richard understand Undercommon?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was a slave to Drow for years and
So,
years.
so I'm going to yell up in Undercommon just to see if he responds, if he understands. I'm going to say, where exactly did you say you were coming from? But in Undercommon.
I was coming from the forest. You know, the big one over there. Point in the direction.
Yeah.
That forest, in that general direction.
Interesting. And I'm going to pop back in and then go up to Gilbetta. I really don't like that guy.
Okay, well, I don't like you, but here we are.
He speaks Undercommon, all right? You can't trust anyone who speaks Undercommon.
You speak Undercommon, obviously.
That's
we can still hear you up here on the roof.
Don't care.
Don't care. I don't care.
This is usually how their discussions go. So the horse is slowed down a bit and is kind of fighting against it. Something about the horse. The horse doesn't want to keep going.
We have to stop and make camp or get the fuck out of here.
All right, let's look around. See if there's any good place to make any sort of shelter, any sort of little overhang or something.
There is a small
Off
kind
the
of
road.
there's like kind of a small forest outcropping at the side of the road.
All right, let's
I do have
suppose that's
I do have points in survival. I can look for some good shelter.
what was that?
I can look for shelter.
Okay,
All right.
do that.
Consider this your first test. Where's some shelter?
Gilbetta literally laughs and goes to Koshano. What the fuck? Okay.
I'm just gonna start petting the horse.
You just pulled over. There's some thunder rolling. Richard, you're going to look for shelter then? Or?
Yeah, I'm going to kind of look / make shelter. More in a find some trees and just pile some. Wait, do we have a tarp?
Yeah, you guys have a
I
tarp.
was gonna say, was there one in the cart?
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't have.
Yeah.
There's like a bundle of camping materials that
Yeah,
rides
I'm
on the
sure
back
there's.
of the cart
Yeah,
in a trunk.
that's
Then I can make a fairly decent lean-to.
Oh,
great.
there you have it. Give me a survival check so I can see how good this lean-to of yours is.
Shut it.
Give me 5 seconds.
Okay.
You can do that in roll 20.
Oh,
I bet he's reaching for his mouse.
no.
I think he's digging
Yep,
for
was
dice.
going for dice. Just so you know,
Yeah,
I
no,
only chain smoke and drink on stream because it's in my character sheet. So
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't have a problem. This is in character.
it's not a giant problem. It's a shadow problem.
This is who the character is that I created and had complete control over.
Not the acting.
This is exactly the way
D20?
it's supposed to play out. Yeah. Give me a. What is it? Is skill still? You should be able to just click on the skill in your roll 20 sheet and it should roll it for you.
Oh, that's okay.
Yeah.
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 There you go.
Yeah.
That's terrible.
So, it's not the best shelter. You kind of step back and you're like, this is not my day. I'm a little disappointed in me.
Koshano kind of looks at it and
You debate for a second if you want to show everybody else the shelter you made.
I promised them a shelter. I mean, there's a big hole in there that wasn't there before.
honestly, Gilbetta is probably gonna just trance inside the cabin of
She's
the.
gonna stay in the cart.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gilbetta doesn't sleep on the ground. That's not. No.
Richard, while you are out building this shelter, you notice this particularly because of your attunement to the forest. As the fog moves through, this overgrown opening to some kind of structure is revealed, and it's almost like the forest moves to reveal it to you.
I am definitely going to just yell out, I'm going to this weird thing I found. Just in case I die, leave a rough-hewn piece of wood in my honor.
Koshano, he sounds like you going after shit he doesn't know. Like, remember the last woman you tried to bed? What happened?
Anyways, I'm going to go over to the very strange outcropping the forest has begun to show me.
All right.
strange outcropping.
Should we go after him?
Probably
I'm already
not.
walking towards them.
But I'm going to. We're
All right,
going.
you guys see Radan kind of go take a look as well.
Koshano's gonna kind of like throw some branches or something after a really crappy job of obscuring the cart. Come on, Evie. Follow
Evie?
after him.
Let's go.
He gives a little salute and gets his pack together and comes along with you guys.
Of course he
And
does.
it appears to be some kind of ancient temple. From the opening, you can see there are various kind of religious marketings, although you don't immediately recognize any of them as any specific deity along the outside. You can see the ruins of what appear to be what remains of some statues that used to be on the sides of it.
Would Koshano be aware of any lore relating to this hidden temple? Any legends, perhaps, of this hidden temple?
Well, Koshano can give me a history check, and I'll tell him what he's aware of.
Yeah, can Gilbetta check to see if she knows what
I just wanted to say legends of the hidden temple.
Sure.
15, so 16. I've got to figure out how to get that Jackbox trade.
It's in the settings. You can do it in the settings.
In the settings? Okay.
Yeah.
16. What do I know about this?
16. With a 16, you know of a legend that people used to tell of a temple of storms that would only appear to people under certain weather conditions.
Interesting.
All right, can I do that religion check now to see if I know of any gods that this might be associated with?
Sure. Throw that religion check for me.
What? Nope.
Nah, you don't know shit. Okay.
Listen, I can talk about Selune all day long, okay? But like,
it's just like if it's not Selune, I don't know.
Can I see if I can tell how old this is?
What was that check? Sorry.
Could I use my attunement with nature to find out how old this is?
You sure can. Give me a nature check.
13.
With your 13 nature check and your kind of attunement to nature, you feel like the forest has been trying to reclaim this place for quite some time. But it only exists within the realm where the forest can reclaim it for moments at a time.
Okay.
So just from examining the growth, you can see that the growth on it goes and then it stunts and then it comes back again.
Kind of like wave after wave of dead / rotting plants.
Yes. Redan, what do you think of this?
I'm in.
You're in? He's coughing. He's gonna make it. He's gonna make it.
Oh,
Gosh,
no.
it's dying.
All right, the thunder rolls again, and just some violent sheets of rain are coming down now, and it's getting quite nasty out. The wind is picking up.
okay, Gilbetta says shit and just runs in the temple.
I said right. Good.
I'm pretty sure I was already in there.
Koshano's gonna cautiously approach it. I think that this is a not a normal sort of structure here. Could we just hang by the front entrance, perhaps, until the storm passes?
Richard and Gilbetta are already inside.
Looking back one last time at the horse and
Gilbetta
coming
is
in.
not about to sit outside.
The horse has kind of moved into some undergrowth of the trees and is kind of sheltering itself.
All right, I'm walking in nice and slow.
Okay.
Koshano's gonna try to grab up like a couple sticks or whatever, like almost like he's gonna start a fire by the front. He's pretty sure we're all just hanging by the front and using this for shelter right now.
Okay. Hebe is sticking close to you, and he's absolutely soaked.
That's not what's happening here.
He's gonna grab up a bit of tinder and press digitize some fire there.
We're going on an adventure. Okay.
Gilbetta's temple life is like she doesn't want to be muddy. She does not. Nope.
There is. So the rain is actually like rolling in sheets, like a small river down the stairs that descended to this temple.
Oh, this is a down. Fuck.
Yeah, downward.
So the fire is immediately going out.
Yeah. You can't find a dry place to start it.
Might as well come on, Koshano.
Come on, where are you going into? We're on a paid mission. Come on, stay focused, please.
Can I yell Koshano?
Gilbetta lights her torch.
Sorry, what was that, Richard?
Can I yell at Koshano? Sorry, not, can I yell at the bard in Undercommon?
Yeah,
I'm
sure.
not sure the names yet. And we'll get better.
Oh, don't worry about it.
Just get in here, you lazy sap.
Good. God.
That reaction from Koshano is worth every penny. All right.
I'm gonna gonna slowly walk. He's gonna hang towards the back.
Okay.
Not this one though.
He's gonna assert that he's doing it because he wants to and not because anybody said anything.
And he's gonna lean down to Yibi, and in Goblin, in his broken Goblin, he's going to try to say, if these idiots get in trouble, we're out of here. I don't know what's gonna come across, because I'm not sure how good I am at Goblin yet, but.
Yibi goes, uh-huh.
All right.
He seems apprehensive.
Okay.
Yibi may be more noble than you are.
Oh, definitely. Okay.
Gilbetta lit a torch already, and she is just laughing hysterically at Koshano right now.
She's having the best day.
She doesn't know what words were exchanged there, though.
Yeah.
No.
You yelled it, so stuff were happening. But
yeah, it was given a small bit of dignity that we're the only two that know what was said.
It's very tiny.
all right.
Gilbetta just knows that it got a reaction out of Koshano, and that's all she needs.
So you're able to descend into this temple. You go down the stairs for a bit, and to your surprise, at the bottom of the stairs, you find a kind of circular atrium area with a statue of what appears to be a storm giant. And this storm giant is holding an orb and a staff out like this. And there are two passages kind of directly behind him that go in separate directions.
Great.
There are a number of glyphs and runes on this pedestal where the giant statue is.
Does this look like it's constructed like as a religious offering, or does it look not like that at all to Gilbetta?
No, this looks more like a statue that, like, if somebody was famous, you would put up a statue. Yeah. Less like a religious statue where you would give offerings and that kind of thing. Yeah.
Is any of this written in a giant dialect?
Do you speak giant?
I do indeed.
Then you can read it as giant dialect, absolutely.
All right, what does it say?
Praise be to the Thunder Keeper, Slayer of Dragons.
Nice.
Man, I really hope
I'm going to ask if anyone else can read this.
Are you sure?
What? No, I can't. I don't. What does that say? Do you know what that says?
I'm going to pass that along to everyone.
Okay.
Dragon Slayer. Storm God.
Dragon Slayer? Okay.
Storm God, that explains it. I believe this temple only appears during a storm.
Why do you act like you know?
Hmm?
I said, why do you act like you know everything?
I've traveled this world many times round. I know many things. Why are you so surprised every time?
I know all these things. I'm very smart.
Is it? How is the light in here?
There are actually two lit torches down here.
Lit torches.
Also,
lit.
Oh, that is never
also, I might have some regrets.
Is anyone else concerned with the fact that these torches are lit?
Yeah.
And they're lit in a kind of a blue flame.
I'm going to go over and touch one. Pick one up.
Do I recognize it as a continual flame?
It is not a continuous flame. As you go pick it up, you feel this charge of electricity, Redan, and your hair actually stands up a bit.
Nice.
Ooh, me!
So your hair actually stands up a bit everywhere. And
Gilbetta picks one up because she wants to see her hair do that.
I smile and laugh, just like, ha.
I am not going to do that.
Koshano just kind of smooths his hair back to make sure he's looking at her.
just gonna hang back on that one, Richard.
No, Gilbetta thinks that's cool.
Yeah, I'm trying to pick this out of the wall if it's possible to pick up.
Okay. Yeah, it is mounted in there, so you can kind of pick it up and carry it. It's very large in your hands. It takes both hands to carry it.
I'm gonna go and touch the statue with it.
Just like zap.
Yeah.
It actually absorbs a bit of it and conducts throughout the statue. It goes up the statue into the orb and the staff and arcs between them.
Nice.
I'm gonna lean over towards Richard and be like, "Where did you find this guy?"
I didn't. He found me.
And I'm gonna go over to Radon and be like, "Why are you bringing this idiot with you?"
I don't know him. I just travel.
Oh, I had the impression you two were together.
For
We
like
travel.
And then you hear Gilbetta mutter something in Elvish.
I think you're the only one who speaks Elvish at this point.
Yeah, that's why I'm not going to bother saying out loud what I said, because
Fair
it's
enough.
just a secret for Gilbetta.
It's just as a little thing for her.
So I'm holding the
All right.
torch at the statue. Can I kind of like prop it up with one hand and touch the orb at the same time?
You're not tall enough.
Even as tall as you are, you're not tall
Yeah,
enough.
even as tall as you are, you're not quite tall enough. And in fact, it takes two hands to kind of keep holding this torch,
All right.
even with your size.
So what now? He lit the thing, apparently. Now it's...
I'm going to
There's two
ritual
doors.
cast Unseen Servant
Okay.
and give him a candle from my bag and light it and just say, well, might as well explore a hall. Which one do you guys want to go down?
What options?
There's a left and a right.
Yeah, I mean, it's... Who knows? Like, it's a coin toss. So either way, we need to stay together. I know that. But
How are the how's the statue holding the stuff again? Which hand is which?
There is a staff in the left hand and an orb in the right hand.
and his back's to the passageways, right?
Yeah. Yes.
So staff or orb? I don't know. Pick a...
Yeah.
We've
We
had
got one
bad
vote for
experience
staff.
with people in staffs, so maybe we take the
Yes.
orb back.
I'm going to very carefully try to hide my staff at this point.
Just like
Oh my god!
Fucking knew it.
Know it.
another staffer.
Yes. Perhaps let's try the orb tunnel. And I'm gonna send Unseen Servant ahead of us with the candle. I was trying to look. I can't see through Unseen Servant's eyes, can I?
I don't think so.
Click on it. Send that descript through.
Oh yeah, that's right. We can do this.
I think you could for like a distance, and then it was all gone.
Okay. Hold
It's
on.
all
Let me give you the spell information.
All right, hit me with that spell info. Simple tasks. Yeah, you can't see shit.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm just gonna set him ahead of us just so we can see a little bit what's going on ahead. Unless Gilbetta, you'd like to provide him with a torch, so there's a bit more light.
I'll give him my torch. Yeah.
I'll take the
Okay.
candle from him, and he'll take the torch so we can see a little
Okay.
bit.
Your unseen servant is holding the torch with both hands, and as he moves through this narrow hallway, you can see sparks of lightning arc out from the torch and kind of touch the walls and disperse into the stone over and over again.
From just the normal torch?
Oh, the normal. Oh, are you giving him a normal torch?
Yeah,
I thought
give
Can
you
he
were-
carry the
Oh.
Can he carry the big torch?
Can he carry the other one?
Yeah, he can carry the big torch.
Okay.
Sorry.
Oh.
I assumed you were giving him your big torch because
Yeah, no, let's give him the big torch.
Okay, so you give him the big
He can
torch, and that's what
carry it.
happens.
I didn't know if he could carry it.
You give him
Okay,
the big
'cause,
torch,
yeah.
and that's what happens as he's moving through the hallway. You can see it arcing out over and over again.
Okay.
Should we send him down the other hallway for a bit and just see what happens, if there's anything different? Or
Couldn't hurt. Bring
I
him
mean,
back.
A
he's-
massive gust of wind shoots out of that hallway towards you guys.
the other
and-
one, or the first one.
The one he's traveling down.
Oh.
And your unseen servant is knocked over.
Let's see. Knocked
What?
over, or does he take damage?
He's knocked onto his ass and dissipates from the small amount of
Fuck.
damage from being knocked over.
Did
Alright.
that feel like a natural gust of wind?
Make a perception or investigation check.
All right, so he poof, and the torch hits the ground.
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah, 9.
He could have been.
All right. Well, I'm going to start walking towards the wind.
Okay.
I'm going to take out my pan flute.
Yeah, Gilbetta's
and just ready it.
Gilbetta's taking out her warhammer.
Like, yep. Okay, hold on. I think I'm ready for this.
Gilbetta's taking out her warhammer because I don't know what the fuck is going on.
Quick question. Can I use this giant torch as a maul?
You could. It's going to be improvised weapon damage, though. It doesn't appear that it could. You feeling it in your hand and your knowledge of mauls, you don't feel like this is going to hold up against a lot of strikes against a strong opponent.
All right. Well, I got it over my shoulder anyways.
Richard, you look like you got something chambered to say.
Yeah, I'm just going to drop my sword in my right hand and take my spear out into my left hand.
Okay. So everybody's prepared for battle, and they're
I mean, it's probably going to be nothing. Sean's probably why Sean's laughing because he's like
after this.
If you haven't noticed yet, the dungeon master is always smiling,
which is always a bad sign.
I'd both love and hate it if this massive gust of wind turned out to be nothing but a giant sneeze.
Right.
If it was just wind, like it was just some fucking wind.
There is a storm outside. This is a storm temple.
Yeah.
Lots of holes.
But we're underground or whatever, maybe. Oh, I don't know. Right. We might be in another fucking dimension at this point. I have no idea.
So you move along, and as you're making your way down the hallway, another massive gust of wind comes your guys' way. And everyone make a constitution check.
Oh, shit.
I don't...
Do a saving throw or a check?
Saving throw.
Just click that little constitution.
That's a 20?
I got a... Oh no, it clicked twice. Damn it.
You might be set to advantage currently. So if you set yourself on advantage, it'll roll twice. But you get the first roll. So
I do not have it set on advantage.
Oh, okay.
You might have just clicked it twice then.
Click.
All right, well, you get the first roll, so womp womp. Womp. All right, so Gilbetta, you stay standing up. Richard, you get knocked over. Redan, you stay standing up. And Koshano, you get knocked on your ass as well.
All right, I'm going to kind of look at Redan since he is also
How's Yibi doing?
How is Yibi doing?
I forgot about Yibi.
Let's give Yibi a constitution roll.
Yibi.
Let's not forget about Yibi.
Yibi's your thing. I don't
we need to start bringing Riptide on adventures.
I know. We got to train him.
Yibi stays standing. Yibi stands up. This little 4'0" goblin fucking braces himself against the wall and holds himself up.
Yeah, he got claws on his feet. He's good.
Do I feel like I would be better served by getting my shield out?
Possibly. You're also concerned perhaps that it'll catch more wind.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like it's either going to really hurt or really help.
All right, so you guys don't take a whole lot, but you're knocked over, and the gust of wind knocks you all over for 1 damage.
Woo!
Those of you who are.
I'm gonna look at Redan, and I'm gonna be like, pussies.
Yeah, just give her a nod, just like.
I'm gonna look over at Richard and it's like, humans. That sucks, doesn't it?
Yeah.
He's a human.
I'm not so sure Redan is a human at this point.
He's human-ish.
He just appears to be human, like Cookie.
Right?
I don't know. Do we keep trying to go down this hall?
I'm already starting to walk.
He's just moving forward. All right.
Stand up. I'm gonna try something.
Who is picking up the torch that is sitting on the ground now that the unseen servant was holding? If anyone.
I don't know. I mean, it was originally I had it, so I guess I can try to.
I'm not touching that shit.
Yeah, neither am I.
I guess I can try to pick it up.
I like how the party is now evenly split between the cautious and the explorative.
Listen, we've already been through some shit. Like, whatever.
Why are we even in here? Let's just go wait out the storm and go back to our mission.
But if you, Koshano, with your vast, always wanting money, you always want treasure. I cannot believe that you would want to miss out on this potential opportunity for treasure in this place.
If we die here,
or a story,
what
even better, or even better, a story. We're
going to meet a bard with quite
another gust of wind shoots down the hallway. Everyone make another Constitution check.
Oh my god.
9. I am terrible.
Ready for that? 9!
Oh.
All right.
So Gilbetta, you stay up. Koshano, you stay up. Redan, you stay up. Richard, you're on your ass again.
Yep.
Oh my god. What is with? Where did you find this guy?
All right. I'm going to try something.
And another
So-
1 damage
so-
for Richard,
so-
but let's see how Hebe does.
So is your wooden leg like 200 pounds? What is happening?
Hebe stays standing again.
My boy.
Redan, because you are persistently moving forward, you make it to the end of the hallway first, and you see this massive room. And in front of you, there's this enormous statue of a blue dragon. And its wings are splayed out with a metal frame. And connecting the framework of these metal wings are these massive pieces of hide. And as you come down the hallway, you see the wings raising up again and getting ready.
Oh shit.
I'm gonna turn around, and go, hurry, and then just try to like block the door as best I can.
Okay,
I'm
just
gonna
trying
brace
to
myself.
like hold back the wind.
Yeah, just like, ugh.
All right.
As soon as I see him doing that, I like brace myself. I'm like, no.
I have a magical wooden leg. Can I make it grow into the ground?
Sure, I'll let you root yourself.
Nice.
This is one of the reasons I got the wooden limbs.
But give me a nature check on how well you root yourself,
Okay.
because I can't just let you have anything.
I can't roll to save my life.
Look, this happens
This
on
is
roll
roll
20
20,
all
baby.
the time.
This is what happens on
Roll
roll 20.
20. Man,
So,
it picks
you
somebody
tried-
and fucks
you're-
them.
Your wooden leg can't find purchase in these particular stones, and you're trying to
How,
like move yourself into grooves, but it's so tight.
How wide is this tunnel? Can I like get a hold on the wall?
It's about 10 foot wide.
Oh.
So if you really stretch out, you might be able to like touch your fingers to the edges, and then
Yeah, I'm gonna go full on and try to hold.
You stretch full out, it's still 6'6".
Yeah, so fair enough.
Fair enough. All right.
So you're trying to block everything.
Felt like Michael Phelps. My arms just go like so far apart.
Yeah. So as the wings are rising up, you guys can give me an athletics check to see if you can make it to the end of the hallway before these wings beat again.
Oh, thank Christ.
Richard's like, fuck it, I'm running.
Oh, hey, it works now.
Hey, no, it does the thing.
Gilbetta. See, I told you could do it. Gilbetta
Richard makes it.
basically it's like, fuck it.
Gilbetta
Because
stops
she
for a
hasn't been
nap.
knocked down. Yeah, she hasn't been knocked down, so she's like, nah, it's fine.
All right, Gilbetta stops for a nap. Richard fucking bolts to the end of the hallway and makes it no problem. Yibi doesn't make it quite as well. And Koshano makes it out of the hallway as well. Are you going to continue to block the hallway for Gilbetta, Redan?
Yep, I'll try.
All right, beat of the wings happens. Give me another Constitution save, Redan. Actually, give me a strength check to see if you can just stay standing directly in front of it.
Do you want to use the
Give me athletics again.
athletics?
Yeah.
Ooh.
No. So you try to hold on your feet, but taking the full brunt of it in your attempt to block it, you are still knocked on your ass and you don't block anything. And Gilbetta, give me a Constitution save.
I'm good.
Yeah, you
man.
stay standing. You're fine.
Fuck this wind. Like, I don't care.
Redan, you took 2 damage for that one.
All right.
And then I'm a bolt. As soon as I'm
Immediately
like,
going.
Yeah.
as soon as I'm like, I'm a bolt. Like I'm.
Yeah, on this
Fucking
one, you see the mechanism. Everyone who's in that room sees the mechanism resetting again. And you are all able to make it into this room.
I'm gonna go around to the back side of it and check out how this whole thing works.
Okay.
I'm picking up my torch and I'm walking closer and I'm gonna touch the torch to the metal.
All right, you touch the torch to the metal, it arcs through it, and the mechanism seizes up and stops.
Great.
I'm still trying to see how this thing works, though.
Are there any?
Okay.
I'm gonna look.
Investigation.
I wanna look around. While he's looking at that, I want to look around the room to see if there are there any other doorways? Are there any hidden like things in the wall? Like,
You take a look around. All right. Well, we'll first start with Koshano investigating the mechanism. While you're investigating the mechanism, you see that it's encased in this heavy blue stone. It's beautifully decorated. If you didn't know any better, you'd think this dragon could come to life. It's
I don't
enormous. It's enormous. It's about the size of an adult blue dragon in this room. So it is an imposing statue. And
decorated with any sort of language or anything?
The statue itself is not decorated, but the only pieces of it that look like it can move are these wings, and the two sockets for the wings are open to allow full movement. But any mechanism that moves them appears to be hidden within the confines of the statue.
Okay, so I can't really tell if it's magical or purely mechanical.
Right, it's difficult for you to tell. If you kind of listened to it in the moments before Radan had seized up the system, you thought you heard some gears kind of clicking based on your experience in the Wailing Crypt.
Okay.
It was a similar sound.
Okay.
Now, Gilbetta, give me a check out of the room.
What do you want? You want investigation?
Give me a perception check to kind of get your bearings in this place.
15.
All right. Your perception of 15 on the room. You can see that there are two sections of the room that look like they would have doors on them, but they appear to be sealed.
Are they like directly behind, or are they like off to the side?
They are to the left and right side.
Okay. Like straight up 90-degree, like.
Yeah, like you walk into the room this way, there's this massive statue that's been beating its wings at you. And it's an enormous ceiling. It goes higher than you would expect it to go. And then to your right, there appears to be some kind of passageway, but it's closed. And then to your left, another passageway that is also closed.
Gilbert says, two more passageways, both sealed off.
All right, well, looks like this one's closed off for us. We should best wait out the storm, go see Spooning.
We could try the other hallway. Shall we try the other hallway?
Spooning?
Spoony. His name is Spoony.
Okay.
Yes, we're in search of a renowned bard.
But in the meantime,
We lost you.
or we could try to. Does anyone? Can I investigate the sealed off passageway to the right? I guess.
Sure. Are you still holding that torch?
Yeah. Because I picked it up.
Check in with Gibi, make sure he's all right.
So I'm gonna go up there and look at the passageway.
Gibi gives you 2 thumbs up. He says, "Yibi's strong."
I'm gonna trudge over there.
All right, you trudge over there. More lightning arcs out of your torch and into the framework of this passageway, and the door shudders a little bit.
Hey, bring your torch, Radan. Give me some more torch.
Radan, I can't hear you. You're silent.
All right, I'm just gonna like charge over there with a big smile on my face, holding it out.
You're like, yeah.
I'm gonna turn over to Richard. Are you on board with all of this?
I am going to start rooting myself into the ground. Just look at him shaking my head slightly.
I will let you take 10 on this route and just take your time and just like really find purchase of it.
I'm seeing this, and this is I didn't see it the first time he tried to do it. All right, I'm going to go to like
hide behind the dragon.
A wall again. Yeah, a wall or behind the dragons. Probably good place. The nearest cover I can take.
Okay, so you go hide behind the dragon statue. You guys run over. The door shudders a little bit more, and it starts to raise up a little bit, and then stops and falls down. It starts to raise up a little bit and stops and falls down. It's like your torches are putting some charge into it to get the mechanism moving, but it's not enough.
We need more torches.
Are there any more of these torches around?
Yeah, aren't there?
No, there are no torches on here.
I'm gonna prop my torch on the ground and try to pull it up when it's trying to raise.
Okay. You're not able to pull it up, and it actually squeezes your torch a little bit and breaks off the end of it. but it's still staying lit. But you lost it. It's shorter now.
What if you go to the other? What if one of us goes to the other door? What if we go to both doors at the same time?
Koshano and Richard, I want you to give me a perception check on this dragon statue you guys are taking cover with.
Okay.
Shit. Come on. It's alphabetical.
Okay.
You
Koshano.
I think you need to ignore those pluses. I don't think those are working correctly.
Yeah, you may have to tinker with it, Koshano.
All right. Well, look, it's still enough. But what you notice when previously you were just looking at the mechanism of the wings, you notice that the horns, particularly blue dragons, from stories, have these two massive forward-pointing horns on their face. This particular blue dragon, the horns are in different directions. They're both pointing up.
Huh. He's gonna, without saying anything, he's just gonna start climbing the statue.
Okay. Koshano starts climbing the statue. Koshano, give me an athletics check to climb the statue.
Of course.
Oh God, this isn't gonna go well. Okay, it's a 14.
You're okay. You're all right. You're all right. This is better than normal, Koshano.
Yeah.
Koshano's having a good day.
Successfully climbing a thing is like a huge feat.
Koshano transferred all of his horrible rules to Richard, it seems.
Yeah. It's Koshano.
So he's gonna grab on to one of those horns. We'll say the right one, dragon right.
Okay.
And
right.
Pull it forward.
Okay, you can pull it forward. You find it's actually on a bit of a swivel. It moves with some ease. You can point it in any direction in the room, and you can even point it towards the doors.
It's a puzzle.
Yeah. He's gonna point that one towards the door and reach over and point the other one towards the door.
Okay.
Take his hands off.
Which side do you point first, the right side or the left side, from facing the statue?
Which door were they at?
They were at the left side door.
I was on the opposite side of the statue from the door they were at, so whichever the closest one, that would be the one I pointed first.
Okay, so you point that one, and another bolt of electricity shoots out of that horn into the framework of the door on the right side, and it opens up.
Did it hurt me at all?
No, you're okay.
No. Is it the door that we were at that he did it to?
No, it was the opposite side of the room.
Gilbetta, because not knowing what Koshano was doing, Gilbetta goes to Radon. She says, "We did it! Somehow we did it!"
High five. Just two hands go out.
Because she doesn't know.
It's like a
couple minutes de-rooting myself.
Just like, all right, we're good.
Yeah, so after that, I'm going to reach and try to point the other one at it as well. At the same door.
Nothing happens.
Nothing happens with that one?
No.
All right. I'm going to swing it around and point it towards the opposite door.
Nothing happens again.
Huh.
Could you only pick one door?
Strange.
Bring
those torches over by this one.
Over.
All right, let's take the torches.
Bring your torch and you walk over.
Let's do that. So me and Radon are carrying these torches over to the other door.
Okay. So the other door is open now. And you can see along the tops of this hallway a pulse of blue light shining, illuminating the top corners of this hallway and kind of moving downward in pulses. And it kind of crackles with energy.
All right. I'm going to take a step into the hallway and start walking down the passageway.
I'm right there with you.
I do love the even split. I just say.
That's always sound effects. All right. So we have Radan and Gilbetta heading forward. Koshano, Richard?
I'm going to stay by the doorway. Ready to pop behind it should another burst of any sort of anything come down the hallway.
Yeah, it's not going to be wind this time. It's going to be something different.
Yeah, I'm going to keep walking forward because there's a 50-50 chance I get screwed.
Okay. Look, the dice have not been kind to you. So I imagine you're picking up a point towards the back. You're having an off day, so you're going to take it easy.
Yeah, also I have like 16 at this point health points.
Oh, you'll be all right. That's like a day's worth of health points.
I've survived less.
So,
Sand dragon stomper down the hallway.
as you guys move forward, who's going first? Is it Redan or Gilbetta?
I was walking first.
Yeah, I think you're ahead of me.
Yeah.
Okay, Gilbetta, suddenly, without warning, lightning bolts from the two sides into your torch, and then out of your torch into the bases of the floor.
Gilbetta goes, ah!
Make a dexterity check.
The saving throw or just
Dexterity saving throw.
16.
Okay. You make yourself as small as possible as spinning blades erupt from the floor on either side of you.
Hey, watch out for the blades! I yell.
Make an acrobatics check, please.
Drop the torch!
Damn.
Then you flip your way over the blades and land on the other side as the section of the floor with the spinning blades tilts and empties out into an opening.
Woo!
And then it all resets.
Hey, watch out for that!
I think the lesson here is don't move with the torches.
Yes, see, finally, a sensible person. I changed my mind about this guy.
But we have to have the torches to get further into the next room.
Why do you assume things?
I'm taking the torch and I'm just hucking it as far as I can.
All right. You're able to huck the torch down the hallway and it makes it down. And it does trigger this again. And it kind of moves past it and lands on the other side. And then it resets again.
Right.
See,
I just
it's-
turn back to the other two and just smile. Just keep walking.
See, it's a torch problem. It's not a people problem, and I'm going to start following after him.
Yeah, same here. Just making sure I don't move at the same time someone with a torch does. My
Okay.
dexterity is crap.
Okay. Who's going first? Is it Koshano or Richard?
Koshano, as soon as he's just like, yep. Mr.
Koshano,
going down.
you reach that point, the lightning arcs directly down and activates the floor. Make a dexterity check, please.
Come on, Bard dexterity.
You
Saving
thought you
throw?
were safe.
Oh my god! What's it I'm good at?
Critical
Shano.
fail.
You take 7 slicing damage as these blades come up and cut you up.
He's gonna, in whatever state he's in, just book it the rest of the way down the hall.
All right.
Whatever state he's in.
Make an acrobatics check or
Oh,
acrobatics skill check to see if this slanting floor doesn't sweep you up.
damn.
Okay, so the floor tilts and Koshano starts to slip down into this hole. Richard, you are closest. You have an opportunity to potentially save him.
This is just like a test. You have to save me.
I'm just asking distance. How far?
We're gonna say he's within about 5 feet of you. You guys are
Okay.
pretty close.
Yeah, I'm just going to reach out and grab him.
Okay. Give me an athletics check to grab him.
While this is happening, I'm reaching out for Richard just in case.
Okay. You're gonna have to get over there because you're on the other side. You got him. You got him. So you managed to grab hold of him and like lean back and you pull him out of the mechanism and then it resets again.
Oh my god.
Thank you. And then he continues running down the hall.
Goes down the hallway. Okay.
All right, so seeing these blades come up twice, can I just like notice where they are and like try to gingerly step around them?
Yeah, you can gingerly step around them at this point. You've got a pretty good idea where they're at.
Can I do
Gilbetta's already, I assume Gilbetta's already like figured that out and she's on the other side. Like she's,
Now that you've seen it go off a few times, you guys are like, okay, let's stay away
Yeah.
from this.
you do this and then you stay here and you jump here. Like, yeah.
I thought it was.
Oh, Koshano.
And Yeeby, let's see how Yeeby does.
Oh my gosh, I forgot about Yumi.
Oh no!
I'm gonna see if Yeeby can use his athletic or his acrobatics to avoid it.
He should be. He's an little fucker.
He's a nimble guy.
Oh my
Evie just
god!
Evie like scampers up the wall and over. And, like,
Evie basically like watched Gilbetta and was like, "Monkey see, monkey do." And like,
Evie is the most
He's
impressive.
a quick
goblin
learner.
today.
It's true.
he's learning so much.
All right. So you arrive in this next room. The hallway opens up, and there's another enormous statue in this room. And this statue depicts the aftermath of a battle. And the ground, it's this rocky terrain, like a series of mountaintops. And there are bodies of dragons all over the place as a group of giants walking on clouds moves across. And in the statue, there's these bolts of lightning arcing down and things. You can see there is an opposing army of dragons coming up the other side of the mountain to come after them.
I'm gonna touch my torch to it.
Is this any history I know about?
Well, you can give a history check on that before the torch is touched.
I
You don't know
also
shit.
like to do that.
Oh, shit.
What do you got for me, Rodan? Give me that check.
You said history, hey?
Rodan knows that there have been a series of dragons and giants don't get along. They're not friends. And this seems to be depicting one of the great conflicts that they had engaged in previously. It's a coalition of stone giants and cloud giants and storm giants working together in this depiction to fight off these dragon hordes.
All right.
Which is unusual, because giants don't usually get along so much. There's some subjugation at best, but it's...
All right. I'm going to pass that along.
All right.
I'm still touching the torch to it.
Touching the torch to it.
Torch too.
All right. You touch the torch to it, and bolts of lightning arc out of the statues of the cloud and into the battlefield. And as they arc into the battlefield, the statue itself begins to open up. It splits in half down the middle, and the ground opens up, revealing a stairway going down.
Can we
All right, down we go.
Is there
What's
anything
that?
else in the room? I'd like to take a look.
All right. What was that you said, Richard?
Oh, I just want to go down the stairway.
You want to go down the stairway? Okay. So you want to take a look around the room? Give me a investigation check on the room. All right. Upon investigating the room, you do find a tapestry detailing in giant, as you find this, a story of a storm giant king who basically took a rod of thunder and an orb of lightning and used great storms in the war against the dragons, and accumulated many great victories. And this temple is dedicated to him and the treasures and victories he collected along the way.
All right. I will definitely pass that along. How large is this tapestry?
It's very large. It's like a giant would use it for a blanket. Like,
Wait,
All right.
who's the guy? Who's the who? What?
Do we know the name of this guy?
Yesfendir.
And is this the same name that was on the statue at the front?
Yes.
I'm assuming there's no way I can like pack this tapestry up or anything like that.
You would have a hard time. You feel like you could probably roll it up, but if you were going to take it out, you might need like all four of you working together and then strap it to the top of the cart.
All right. I'm going to take a quick peek behind the tapestry and then take a look around, go down the stairs.
All right. Take a peek behind the tapestry. Nothing there. Not this
All
time.
right.
But I like your instincts.
All right. Yeah. So passing that story along.
Okay.
Well,
Does anybody want to see what the tapestry might be worth if you guys do want to take it on your way out?
Oh, yes, of course.
that's a Koshano thing, if ever
Very
I heard
much
it.
so. We're in here.
It would be worth
Better
about
get something.
1,200 gold pieces.
Jeez, Louise.
Interesting. I'm gonna
Koshano.
I'm gonna kind of shout over my shoulder, Gilbetta, don't you think this would look nice in the crab shack?
As a tarp? Like,
As I hear that, I'm gonna be like, "What about the library?"
Oh,
You
yes,
are-
certainly.
Are you
In the
sexually
library.
attracted to books? What is happening?
This
I
would
like
be a
books.
great
Just a
piece
fan.
for the library. We should certainly take it with us on our way
We'll
out.
get-
Which should we now? We should grab this and go along our way.
Nope,
And
we're
what
going
does
down the
that-
stairs. Stairs.
Why?
Down the stairs. But I'm
Okay.
going to wait. Hold on. Everybody stop. Gilbetta says this. And
Okay.
she can I see I have dark vision and
Okay.
I have the torch. So can I see a little bit down the like
you can see a little bit down. It spirals downward. Slowly.
I'm trying to decide if I should try to cast find traps now or wait until
I'm gonna take I'm gonna walk up there and take. What do I have on me? Are there any little bits of stone around or anything?
No, this actually is. It's quite clean. This whole place.
Okay. Well, then I guess I'll just take. Fuck it. I'll take a copper piece and just kind of toss it down, kind of like bouncing it off a wall. But I'm
I
trying to
see
get
what
it to
you're doing.
go down the spiral as far as possible.
All right, it
Let's get it-
clanks
get a
downward.
Sound of how deep it is.
Ting, 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 ting.
I'm gonna kind of like
Sounds pretty deep.
I'm gonna
It's a short trip down, but it's fairly long stairway. Before you
like
get up going
lay the torch at the beginning of the steps and see if anything. I'm gonna kind of like toss
Just be like,
it. If anything
touch,
happens.
touch, touch.
Yeah.
Nothing happens.
Did you lay it down on the ground?
I mean, I like hold it and kind of just like
You're holding onto it.
I'm
Okay.
just kind of
Yeah.
doing one of these, like, eh.
Okay.
And then so nothing happens.
Nothing happens.
Okay.
Everybody, give me a perception check.
Oh my lord!
Yeah.
Fucking A! Are you kidding me? These are the things I have points in, man.
Gilbetta has had enough. I don't know what is happening today.
Jabetta's on her game today. All right.
In the zone.
So, Gilbetta and Richard, you guys hear a noise like the clattering of wood behind you.
Wood.
You're like, yay! This is my jam. And you can see a small panel has opened up next to the hallway, and out has come out a bucket of water and a mop. And it's moved over to this section of the hallway, and it is cleaning the section of the hallway where the blades were.
It's just some Fantasia shit.
I'm just gonna point. That's what I was thinking. I'm just gonna point. I'm gonna be like, Koshano, look.
I'm gonna look around for a mouse.
There are no mice.
We need those at the crab shack.
What? He's looking over at this.
How far away are these things?
They're not too far away. It was near the entrance of this room where those blades were going off, so they're just a little bit into the hallway.
All right. Well, I'm looking at my torch, looking at the broom, looking at the torch, looking at the broom, and I'm just dropping the torch, just going over for it.
Oh
Okay.
my god.
You drop your torch and you go over from the broom. It's like a mop, and you go to grab the mop.
Oh, absolutely.
You go to grab the mop, and something is struggling against you to hold the mop.
Oh, I'm just pulling. I want that.
Okay, give me a strength check.
Oh.
Opposing strength check. It's able to keep holding on to the mop.
All right. Well, I'm gonna look down, slightly defeated.
Why would you let it clean? They want to clean, obviously.
Push the
What is
mop and
that?
then walk
What
away.
is-
I don't know.
It
What do
finishes
we-
its work, and then the mop and the bucket retreat back into the opening, and the opening closes.
Well, it's gone back into the supply
Indeed.
closet now. Can we please continue on?
All right. I'm going to pick up my torch. Look all pissed off at it.
What was that,
At
Richard?
this point,
I was about to try and intimidate it into trying to join us.
You can try. You can try as it's coming out. See if you can.
At this point, Koshano's pulled out his rapier in one hand. He's got his flute in the other hand. He's just like...
All right. I'm taking the torch and I'm starting down the stairs.
Okay.
Yeah, we might as well just head down the stairs.
All right.
Following.
Head down the stairs.
Oh, God. Sean, stop.
Having a wonderful time. Okay. So, as you head down the stairs, eventually, this winding staircase leads to this opening, and the smell is horrible. It is the smell of rot and decay and death.
Is it worse than that one hill giant's breath?
It's close. It's a close second.
Smells like Undermountain down here.
I'm going to lament about that time that Drow had beaten me so badly I couldn't smell for a week.
I miss those days. I wish I could go back to that.
The good old days.
The beatings.
Finally, as you hit the last few steps, there's this open room carved out almost like a cave. And you hear growling.
Great.
And snarling. And you see small arcs of blue light coming from large yellow horns.
Can I use animal handling to check to see what it is exactly?
Give me a nature check to see what it is.
Okay. God damn it.
Okay.
Can we see?
Could be a lizard, could be a dragon. Who
Can we
knows?
see
Yeah.
if Gilbetta knows?
Sure.
Because Gilbetta was like the first one down there, so.
A bolt of blue light jumps from one yellow horn to another.
And Gilbetta does have dark vision. I don't know how dark it is in there. No, Gilbetta doesn't know shit.
Gilbetta doesn't know shit. And the snarling continues and starts to move towards you.
Koshano just, let's go, it's enough.
Gilbetta says hello in she's like, wait, in every language she knows.
Okay, no response.
To beasts?
And as they come near you, you can see three creatures, blue scales, walking on four legs, large yellow horns in the center of their head, crackling with lightning, large teeth, and they're moving towards you, and another bolt of lightning you can see surrounding them, piled up in corners and to the sides of this cave-like room. Piles of body parts and bones, and you can see chutes at the top of the room where the bodies are piled up underneath the chutes.
I'm gonna swoosh the torch at it, and you know how you swoosh torches to like scare wolves away.
You swoosh the torch at it. Lightning arcs out of the torch and into its horn, and its horn crackles with more energy.
Oh, it helped it. Okay, all right.
And now we're in initiative, guys.
Put the torches out.
I got a graphic for this.
You know, throw up the graphic.
There it is. There it is.
Graphic time.
I can't find.
It's
there it
graphic.
is.
It's all right. It'll be fine. It's slow motion graphic.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh,
It'll be
good lord, Radon.
Do I click on initiative?
We're on initiative, and
That's really
I will
out of character, Radon.
Yes.
I will
yes.
get your guys' initiative in a moment. We're going to take a short break,
Fantastic.
and then we'll come back and we'll engage in some combat.
I am right in character.
It's
All right.
Radon's role was really out of character because
Yeah.
it was really low.
All right, we are on
Okay,
break.
I'll set up the initiative roll.
I don't even know, dude. We placed the cupcake order on Sunday night for Tuesday. Yeah, bro. If you put these lines and that pin, there will be extra on the 6th. Where's the pin? I mean, there's gonna be extra right here. Just so that. You can't have it go wasted. And you need to make money so that you have plenty of options for picking all the best ones. Don't fight me. Ari was telling me she hits the down with this coupon.
Yeah.
First a skirt, and then I hit the down. She means this, right? Yeah, that's song means. I know it's what the song means, but Ari thinks dab means this. She goes.
6 damage.
Great. Love it.
And then he bites you again. And he rolls a natural 20.
Sean.
Yep. I have all these d20s, and I'm going to keep changing them. For 14 damage on the second bite. As a torrent of blood oozes forward as this creature's teeth sink into Gilbetta. And then we go to Redan.
All right. So the one that just hit our amazing cleric, I'm gonna rush towards that sucker and take a swing with a with my maul.
Okay.
Nope, that's not the right. What am I hitting here?
Okay, so that is. Yeah, that's your d20. So the first number is your roll. The next one is what was added to it. And then.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah. 1d20 with plus strength.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it's adding.
Yeah, that doesn't look quite right.
Yeah, it's doing some weird stuff.
So it should be plus 4 for attack, plus
Yeah.
2 to strength.
Let me test something. Let's see if that's. See, that's some more normal setup. Why is it the other one? Okay. All right. Plus 2. So we'll just add another 2 because it looks like it's only adding 2 to your roll.
Yeah, so there should be 4 to attack,
Yeah.
and then 2 from strength.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if base attack bonus goes up with the leveling, because I think I'm still set at level 1. I'm still working on that.
Okay. Well, we'll call it a 14 and say you hit.
All right. And then how does damage roll?
You should there if you just kind of scoot across and click the damage, it should roll the damage.
Ah, gotcha. What?
What the heck?
What is going on here?
Plus 2.
Oh shit! And I didn't even rage.
Oh, I know what it is. The first number is the roll, and then the second number is the damage.
Oh.
That's what it's doing.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, you're right.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So we'll give you the first hit, and we'll give you the 11 damage. Yeah.
Okay.
And we'll try harder next time.
Yeah, that's my bad.
All right, and that's all right. So you smash it with the maul, and it kind of shrugs it off a little bit. You've definitely done a little bit of a hit to it, but it's still looking pretty hungry. And now we go into the last one, and the last one sees you trying to beat up one of its buddies, and comes to try and bite you in the back there, Redan. And that's a big old 11.
That would be a miss.
Yeah. And then he takes another bite, and that's another 11.
All right.
All right. And what did I make Yeeby's initiative? Yeeby is right up there. All right. So I'll throw Yeeby in at the bottom of the round because I forgot to roll him last time. Yeeby is going to go and try and assist Gilbetta. He's going to take a slash with his scimitar. Hwah! It's not enough, Yeeby. Good try.
Oh, Yeeby. So
I see what it is. If you push on the center. No, wait, that's not it either. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. Never mind. Move along. Back to the top of the round. We go in with Richard.
All right.
Oh, you guys should be rolling with advantage because of the fairy fire. That's right.
Oh. All right.
With your attacks. All right. Remind me not to forget this time. All right.
All right. Well, I've already clicked advantage on my sheet.
That's good.
So I'm going to the beast that Rodan attacked.
Okay.
I'm going to attack with my pact boon, Pact of the Blade.
Okay.
Short sword.
All right.
Which also has the +1 to its attack and damage rolls.
All right.
Because of Improved pack weapon from Eldritch Invocation. So much stuff I have to say.
All these things.
Yeah. And I'm just going to... I think I've added it properly into the thing, so I'm just going to click the button.
Let's see the roll. Okay, so... 17 plus 2 plus 2. All right, so again, it looks like the first roll is the attack, and then the second roll is the damage. Which you missed.
Yeah.
All right, so that's a glancing blow. Yeah, no, that would have been an incredible hit. That packed weapon, yo. All right.
Swings with so much might, and he misses.
So you go in, but in the rollicking of the melee, it's tough to find contact with your sword. And then we move on into Gilbetta. Gilbetta, you're silent again.
Sorry, my roommate is being really fucking loud. Gilbetta is not feeling great, so Gilbetta is gonna like cast Cure Wounds on her fucking self.
Okay. Shh. It's gonna be okay. It's gonna be all right.
Basically.
This is not my favorite day. All right.
So that's 6 points of health for me.
All right. So you throw some healing up on yourself.
And then as a bonus action, I'm gonna try again with my Mace of Selune, my spiritual weapon.
All right. Give a swing at that spiritual weapon. On the one that's biting you?
Well, I mean, clearly.
Okay, I'm just making sure. Maybe you have different priorities.
And then I'm gonna do. I can do it again, right?
She's not that much of a team player.
Yeah, it is. It is advantage. So
14.
14. Okay, so
Is it hit?
14 is a hit.
Okay. So it's 1d8 plus my spellcasting modifier. So. So 8 damage.
So you nail that one with another 8 damage. A blast of holy light from your weapon, and it kind of snarls and shakes its head. And its horn crackles some more, and a bolt of lightning flies behind it into the one behind it.
Do we notice any effect of these bolts of lightning passing between them?
Nothing particular. It makes a lot of light and noise. All right. Then we go to Yibi. Yibi's going to kind of come in and try to help you out. Takes a scimitar swing. He does very well.
Fucking
Boy.
Oh, that's right. What? That's no way Yibi did that damage.
But
That's impossible.
it's Yibi.
Yubi's got game.
No, that's not right either.
Yeah, no, when you click on the damage
It's-
for the weapons, I've had problems with it too.
Yeah, it's sometimes
certain settings you need or whatever. You just got to manual roll the damage.
It's so weird. I gotta figure this out.
Yeah, me too.
Or we should just get on
D&D
Beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah. Whatever, I'm just gonna roll Yibi's damage. Yibi does 8 damage.
All right, Yubi.
And this creature is bleeding now. It's not doing so well.
All right.
It kind of turns on Yibi now. Yibi has struck it.
Okay.
And it's thinking that it wants a piece of Yibi now. So,
Yibi is
now we
soft.
go to Koshano.
Did we miss me, or am I after?
You're down at the bottom.
All right.
Yibi goes after Gilbetta. I just forgot
Oh,
the last
Kick it.
round, so he's...
Yeah, Koshano sees Yibi traveling. He goes, yeah. How far off is Yibi in this piece?
You're all pretty close to each other.
All right. Oh, within range.
Oh, yeah.
Those rusty daggers I had.
Yeah.
That seemed to have an extra effect on the basilisk. How many were in that little pouch?
There were 3 of them.
Okay, so the 2 that I stuck into it, do I still have those?
Yeah, I'll say you kept them.
I recovered them. Okay, I'm going to Actually, I'm gonna reach for one of them that I already used and dive towards Yeeby and jam it into the back of the thing that's attacking him there.
Okay.
So I have a dagger roll. Hold on. Oof. That's not great. That probably doesn't hit, does it?
No, that does not hit. That's not enough.
The cheat trips on the way in. Oh shit!
Oh, damn it! Nope, it's not happening. So you don't make that one.
And now he's right next to it too.
Yeah. He's right next to him. And then we go into... That was Koshano, and then we go to the one that Koshano blew away, and it's made its way up.
Great.
And then it's going to try and sink its teeth into you. And how does 12 grab you?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Does not grab me.
All right. Then he tries again. Not so much. How about that 9?
Nope.
See, I changed dice, and it's better now.
Wouldn't that be funny if like 12 didn't hit, but then 9, he was like, "Oh no!"
Oh no, he got me.
Damn it! Now it's all terrible. Okay, so
Only 9s.
yeah, only 9s.
Roll that mighty 9.
Yeah, that's
All
my
right.
weakness.
So after that, we go into Redan.
All right. Same thing. The one that's in front of me.
Okay.
Raising the maul over my head, taking a big swing.
Okay,
Oh, you
That's-
roll damage.
that's a big hit.
Right. Yeah. So I'm raging. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Yeah, so it's good.
Yep.
Yeah, it looks like it was the D20 roll plus your bonuses, and then and then it looked like it was a 12 plus 2 plus 2. So
Yep. I'll
there we go. Now we're getting the hang of this.
Oh wait, okay. In settings, there is one that says auto roll damage, and you click on it, you can choose.
Yeah.
It probably says don't auto roll damage right now. All the way on the right,
Oh.
near where the
Maybe.
box that says NPC is.
All these things. Okay. All right.
Found
Yeah,
it.
there's so many options. It's
Found it. It's much easier.
Yeah. So we worked out. There's all these things we have. Okay. So this creature is barely holding off. You hit it with your maul, and you feel something break in this creature.
Nice.
This familiar feeling that you've had when you bring your maul down and bones begin to shatter, and it kind of cries out in pain.
What
As
does it
it
sound like?
okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, just like that. No problem. Anytime.
That's all I wanted.
As it cries out in pain, it lashes out with its tail at you. And how does a 19 grab you for AC?
That does hit.
All right, so you're hit with this meaty tail for 5
Tail.
damage.
All right.
And then it tries to bite Gilbetta.
For how much?
Well, let's see how much it gets.
Lay it off.
Well, look, it's, you're closest and it's hungry. 14.
That does not hit.
Okay, you managed to move yourself out of its jaws while it's writhing in pain. And the last one gets to have a go now, and it is going to... Who's it going to attack? It's going to go after the Warlock, because that blade doesn't come out. With a bite! 11.
I have an armor class of 10, so yes.
Oh, hey, there.
Ooh.
Nom 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 nom.
Rough.
But not so much with the damage, 5.
Okay, down to not what I can say.
Second bite is a 15. And that is 6 damage.
Hmm.
Okay,
Oh,
All right. And we
Still
go back
standing
to
back there?
barely.
back at the top of the round with Richard.
All right. Don't
All
forget
right.
to roll advantage too.
Yes, don't forget to roll advantage on those attacks.
Yeah, doesn't fairy fire wear off at this point though?
how long does it last?
1
Does
minute.
1
Oh,
minute?
10 rounds.
Oh no.
It hasn't
that's
been a
10
minute.
That's 10 rounds of combat. You're good.
Okay,
Good.
sure.
It's only been like 30 seconds.
Okay. I'm I'm going to attack with my short sword against the one that attacked me.
All right. Give me that roll with advantage.
19.
That'll hit it. 19 for 9 damage. That's a good amount of hit. Oh. All right. So it writhes in pain, and you see it's salivating, and it's ready to come at you for even more. Now we go to who's after Richard? Gilbetta.
I think Gilbetta.
Yeah.
All right. So what have we got right now? The one that bit me is a little fucked up.
Yeah, the one that bit you is he's on his last legs. You don't think that he's long for this world.
And then the one that is trying to attack him is less fucked up.
Yeah, less fucked up. You guys have really been wailing on one, and you've slightly damaged another one.
Okay. The one.
The one by Yibi and Koshano, is that one damaged too? Are they all damaged?
No.
Well, the one that Yibi was attacking was the one that was attacking Gilbetta, so it's all the same.
Yeah.
Oh, got it.
Yeah. So the one that is about to try to fuck up the warlock.
Yep.
Bruh.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to give him a little taste of guiding bolt.
Okay.
Maybe.
That bolt is guided.
About that.
If you have advantage, you can make another one. But that's a crit, so you're good.
Oh, I lost my crit graphic.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah. Damn. So that's 46, and I gotta change the crit rules, but whatever. We'll give you that +9 on it too. So, damn, that's a big hit. It just cries out in pain. You can see its flesh is visibly dented by this force of holy light. Yeah. You hear cracking as this arcs of radiant energy span out from the hit.
Hooray! I might not die.
And then the
also means, especially because I have no healing.
Just for good measure, because my spiritual weapon is still whatever.
Okay.
And it says, as a bonus action on each turn, I can move it up to 20 feet and repeat the attack.
Okay.
So I'm going to attack the one that we haven't attacked yet.
Okay.
Assuming it's within 20 feet.
It's within 20 feet. It went towards Koshano, so.
Okay. So I'm going to do... So it's a 14 and a 12 for the 2 rolls.
14 and a 12?
Yeah, does either one of those hit?
14 hits.
Okay. So then it's a D8 plus 4. That's 9 damage on that one.
Okay. All right. Someone's still kicking. Yibi moves in to try and finish off the one that's been attacking you. Ah!
Yibi
nails it with 3 slashing damage. It's still kicking.
Okay.
And then we go into Koshano.
He's going to, I guess, already got the dagger in hand, so he's going to take another swipe with that old boy.
All right. 7 piercing damage.
It rolled advantage and damage. That's great.
Look at all the things it's doing now.
All the things it does.
Isn't it great when it does what it's supposed to?
Right with
this is great.
That thing. So does this still have any poisoning effect?
Well, it doesn't need to because you stab it and it kills it. It's dead.
It's poisoned, all right.
It's
poisoned with death.
All right.
As it dies, a very large bolt of lightning arcs out of it and into the other 2. And their horns crackle with more energy.
There's some.
So that happened. And now the one that has come up on you, Koshano, tries to make a bite attack.
What's happening?
And it throws a 14. Or sorry, 24. My mistake.
Ooh, that definitely hits.
Uh,
I think I figured out what the lightning did.
7 damage for a bite.
Woo. Okay. Woo.
And then it tries to make another bite against you. 15.
15 damage?
Yeah, 15 for the hit.
Oh, that's a hit.
Okay. And that is 5 damage.
Kushana's not looking great.
You still have plenty of healing to use, guys. You're going to be okay.
Us normal ass humans are looking a little bit, us non-barbarian types.
It's all right. I
right.
got something for you. As soon as it gets back to me, I got something. Like I will something for you.
Rad, you're up.
All right, so the one right in front of me is still up, right?
No, he's down.
Nope.
Kashano gave him a stab, and he just bleh.
So jumping over the body, hitting the one that looks the weakest. Unfortunately, I'm in a rage.
That's the one that's attacking you from behind.
Oh, all right, perfect. I'm spinning around and just slamming that sucker as hard as I can.
Okay. Give me that hit.
All right, so
okay, so maybe this is your advantage roll. Okay, this is your advantage roll, and it's not rolling damage because it's rolling damage separate.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, so how do I roll damage then?
There's a setting, but you can just do on the left-hand side. There's a little dice, and you can just kind of click on that.
Left-hand side.
It'll pop up. Yeah, there's a. It looks like a Casahedron. It looks like a D20. And if you hover on that, you'll have the menu of all the combinations of dice you can roll.
Yeah. Or you can type /R space D whatever.
2d6.
Feldspar Helmet says, in settings, you can set to query every roll as to whether you want to roll advantage or normally.
Yeah.
So yeah,
we have it set. At least I have it set.
Yeah. Well, it is rolling advantage. We're just not rolling the damage.
Yeah.
Okay. So what are we adding to that? We got
So
2d6
I'm adding +2, +4.
+4? All right. Thank you, Feldspar.
Yeah, thank you.
I think we never used Roll20 before.
Right?
Well, I haven't, so.
We've only been doing this for 10 episodes.
You have an excuse. We've been doing this for a while.
I have it set to toggle. So, like, I toggle back and forth.
Yeah, you can toggle off of advantage, but with rolling damage, that's a setting.
Yeah, I have it set to auto roll damage and crit.
Yeah.
All right, so you give that one a slam, and you stagger it back, and its blood is dripping from its face at this point.
Right.
And this is the one that took that guiding bolt, and he's in rough shape now.
Nice.
He's not holding up so well. All right. Now we go to his turn. And oh yeah, right. Now the other mechanic has been engaged, so I need to get special dice.
What?
Sean.
Yes. All right. A lightning bolt arcs out of the horn of this creature. It goes towards 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 3, Koshano.
Fuck, of course it does. Goddamn fucking
Koshano, make a dexterity saving throw.
Come on, dexterity. This is what I want. Oh, God, thank you.
You made it. Even with the lower number, you made it. Because you don't technically have advantage on the save. But
every once in a while, he's actually quick.
So you just dodge out of this way. This lightning bolt shoots past you and blackens a section of the wall.
How do we turn that function off?
And then it tries to make a bite against Rad. And it rolls a natural 20. because that's the day the DM is having today. That is 8 damage, Rad.
All right. All good.
You still standing?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. I'm going to swap to this green dice. All right. Next up, we go back to the top of the round with Richard.
I'm going to find the one that's in the worst shape, and I'm going to try to attack with my packed weapon again.
Okay.
Because, if it ain't broke.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. All right.
Yes.
Go ahead, Redan.
Yes!
You rolled 2
Double
natural
crits!
20.
That's incredible.
What is this shit? All right. I want you to roll twice as many dice as you would normally roll for your damage roll.
All right. It's
That's
1d6
incredible.
plus 3 piercing. So 2d6.
Yep. And then plus 3 piercing.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang.
So another 7 damage. That one dies. You run it through with your blade precision.
But now
Goes
you have
right
to
through
be
the
all amped up on energy.
Is it plus 3 per each one, or plus 3 per...
Plus 3 total. The way I do my crits is I just double the amount of dice and then
And then
Okay.
add the whatever.
see how it goes.
Either way, it's dead.
Yeah, it's super dead. It's cadaverific. As the second one dies,
Oh my god.
a bolt of lightning arcs out of its horn and into the last one.
Great.
And its horn glows and
Oh my
crackles with energy,
Fucking
pulsing. You can feel it in the room. I like watching all the cameras and just everyone's reaction to everything that's going on. I love every minute of it. All right, we go into
I
Gilbetta.
have no idea what's happening. All right.
This one's still pretty fresh. You guys have. This is the best I've ever seen. You guys focus fire creatures.
One at a time.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I hit that one because I knew it was. I knew we were getting ready to get there.
Look, and you done good, but this one's still pretty fresh, and it's the only one left.
All right. Is it my turn?
Yep, it's your turn.
All right. First thing, Gilbetta is like, she says some shit in Elvish to
Okay.
Selune, and she's like, and I'm gonna channel divine energy.
Okay.
To, let's see. So I have 15 hit points.
Okay.
So I'm gonna give 5 hit points to each of them.
Okay.
Do you get to choose who that goes to?
Yeah.
Can you divert the stuff that you're giving me? Because I'm still good.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah. If you're still good, then I'll give. Let's see. Let me look at my health.
Who are you giving it to? Richard, Koshano?
I'm gonna give Koshano 6, and I'm gonna give Richard 6, and then I'm gonna take 3 for myself.
Okay.
I assume because it says choose any creatures within 30 feet of you and divide those hit points among them.
Yeah, that's fine.
So
That'll work.
Krishan's
I
a
assume.
couple of his little wounds.
A couple of his wounds knit up.
yeah,
At least
Your
he didn't
arm
get hit with that
unbreaks,
lightning.
Wood grows in the spots where my wounds are.
A little flower on one.
Yeah.
And then he says, "I am Groot."
and then as a bonus action, I'm gonna go at it again with my spiritual weapon.
Okay. Hit me with your best shot. Fire away.
What the fuck?
Yeah, no, those are both misses. You need to do better than that.
What just happened?
That's the curse of spiritual weapon right there.
Yeah. The curse of spiritual weapon is it doesn't do shit. Okay, now, Yibi, here I come to save the day.
Can you even get that shit?
Yibi comes in, swings with a scimitar, doesn't quite do it. Can't find purchase with his weapon. Does a miss. Yibi does his best. And then after Yibi, we go into Koshano.
Krishan's gonna try a thing.
Okay.
Oh god.
Feeling that these being kept creatures, they might have at least an intelligence of 4 or higher.
Okay.
He's going to say to the remaining creature.
Oh God.
Oh jeez, the cast is pulling. Yeeby's just breaking shit.
Okay.
He's going to say to the remaining creature. Interesting thing about a storm. Fuck, I can't think of it. All right, interesting thing about a storm temple. You can never manage to keep the water out, eh? This is a very bad joke, but he's trying to cash hideous laughter.
Okay.
Can you even call that a joke? Shit.
No. Literally. No.
Yeah, so if a creature of intelligence 4 or less is ineffective, but if it's more than that, it could.
It is unaffected.
Fuck!
It just looks at you, dripping saliva from its toothy maw,
Wow. Okay.
and then it
Great.
tries to bite your face.
Great.
But it rolls a 1 and it doesn't bite shit. And then tries again and it also still doesn't bite shit. It rolls a 2. But the horn on its head crackles and a bolt
Damn it.
of lightning shoots out. And it goes after 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1, Richard.
Shit.
Richard, make a dexterity save for me.
Oh, I am screwed.
Oh no. Oh my god. Too bad. Why did you have a roll twice?
Those are
didn't
crits.
I rolled twice by accident, but both
Yep.
times I got
Both times.
would have been a natural 20.
Right.
The exception that I get a -1 from my dexterity.
So you nimbly I'll give you the first roll on it because you don't technically have advantage on saving throws from these. From your
Okay.
fair.
Yeah, but that one would have been the first one.
Yeah, but that would have been the first one, so it's okay. I'm just letting you know you're on notice. Okay. So, I am not a kind DM. Okay.
He's not. He's a fucking asshole.
Thank you. Okay. I don't want people watching this and thinking I've gone soft. Okay, so you nimbly move out of the way, creaking of wood everyone hears as you quickly, and this lightning bolt zooms past you again and just cracks the wall behind you.
Oh my god.
The lovely thing about being made of wood is you're not conductive.
I was just about to say that.
Oh my god.
Grass is weak against electricity.
But
All right, so that's the monster's turn, and then we go into Rad.
All right. I'm looking at that horn and I am pissed off. So I'm just taking a swing and trying to knock that sucker right off.
You gonna break it right off? Okay.
gosh.
Do you want to do it as a called attack?
Oh, you're doing those? Hell yeah, I do.
You
Okay.
said
You're doing a called strike, so
Yep.
lose your advantage and roll it as a regular.
Yep.
oh my lord.
That is a hit, and with 7 damage.
And thank you for telling me how to fix that dice. That was wonderful.
Excellent. This is so much better now. All right, so you nail it for 7 damage.
Gotta catch all of them.
Yeah, man.
Must catch all of them.
How do I want to play this out?
Yeah, come on.
All
Pay
right.
me up.
The integrity of the horn does not hold,
Yes.
and it snaps off. The
Does it
lightning
explode in my
from the
face?
from the horn snapping off arcs into you. You take
Oh no.
8 electrical damage.
I'm okay with that. I'm just gonna grit my teeth and scream out loud in a giant and just take it.
Okay, and it takes a feedback bolt from that hit. And takes 66s of damage.
What?
Things that you might have taken should lightning bolts have hit you.
Oh my god.
12, 18. Okay, so massive flash of light. The horn tumbles to the ground. The creature is stunned. It's kind of stumbling back and forth on its feet. And the horn is crackling on the ground. It's actually like flopping around from the energy running through it. And this creature is barely holding on.
Nice.
Gilbetta says, "Finish him!"
Finish him!
Finish him.
And then it goes to Rick.
Combat!
It goes to Richard.
Sorry.
Go get him, Richard.
All right. Once again, do I still have advantage, or is that worn off?
No, you still have it.
All right. Then
Hasn't been enough rounds of combat yet.
Then with my short sword, I attack once again.
Okay. All right, that's a hit.
Yep,
Yeah,
and
nice.
I roll 1d6 of damage, and then add 3.
Damage.
7.
All right, so 7. That's enough to take it out. So as it's kind of stumbling around in a daze, you just kind of put your sword through its face and finish it off, and flops dead on the ground. The lightning crackles from the horn on the ground and shoots across the room, firing into a doorway panel, and it lights up giant runes around this doorway, and it opens up into a well-lit room.
Nice.
Well then.
Well,
So that's all of them, hey? I'm just going to keep swinging and smashing that skull.
Oh my god.
Just pure barbarian rage.
Blood flying out.
Yep.
well done, Magic Man.
Gilbetta just says, "This
Cough
guy."
little blood up.
With my incredibly scarred face and one weird amber eye, I wink. Then
Thanks, Magic Man.
Yeah.
Kind of
We are
seeing that eye again and the wooden arm and stuff.
out of combat.
Great. Ow!
Koshano's gonna drink one of those minor healing potions he's got on him.
Yeah, so about health. I could use a little.
Yeah, I'm gonna need.
I'm
gonna
interested to know where Rad ended this battle. For
Which
HP.
which of our new travelers looks like they're in the worst shape?
I'm down to 8.
well, on a scale of
Hold on,
18
stop.
to 11, on a scale of 18 to 1, I'm at about 11.
I'm gonna cast. Prayer of Healing.
Okay.
So up to 6 creatures of your choice that you can see gain 2d8 plus your spellcasting ability modifier.
Ooh, shit.
Excellent.
Nice.
What level is that?
2.
Do you roll that gain or do we each roll it? How does that work?
It just says. I think I roll it once, and that's what
Alright.
everybody gets.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
All right, sweet. Then fuck it. I'm gonna keep my potions in the pocket.
Just quickly shoves his
So-
potions back into his pocket.
You guys about to drink one and see what she's doing.
everybody- Everybody gets 12.
Everybody gets
That's
what?
good.
How much?
12.
20.
Oh, 20.
20. Oh,
20.
Yeah.
You
2
maxed
and
out
then
the-
it's plus 4.
Damn, you guys are healthy.
Do we
So
get?
do we?
Can we get temp on this?
No.
Okay.
No.
Are you kidding me?
I'm just looking at Gilbetta and giving her a big thumbs up, and then I just go right back to that body.
Just keep hammering it.
Yep.
I
All
just,
right,
I,
Still
you're
better
turning
like-
this lizard into a paste.
I look at her surprised.
Can that
She's
include
kept me
me?
alive a few times,
Sean?
but this was big.
Give me the spell text.
You can see within range. I don't know if that counts as being able to see. So, anybody got a mirror?
Oh shit! You rolled max on that too. Hey?
Yeah, I
wow.
did. I rolled
Excellent.
next. I rolled both
I don't
8s
know
plus my
All right,
I
let me
don't know if
take a
Yibi
look
took
at
any
this.
damage, but Yibi too.
Gilbetta still does, okay?
All right, which one was this one? Healing word? What was this?
Healing prayer, I believe. She's frozen. Gilbetta!
Prayer of healing. Okay, I see it now.
Yeah.
All right.
I
Prayer
mean,
of
if not,
healing. Up to 6 creatures of your choice you can see within range of Each regained hit points equal to... This spell has no effect on undead or constructs.
You can see yourself.
I feel like that's a...
Yeah, no. I would say you could do it to yourself, too.
That should cover the whole party.
Yeah.
It's kind of like...
It's a fucking powerful spell. Like.
Yeah, look, you don't...
Yeah.
It's not like you have a lot of second-level spells. This is still a big use for you.
Yeah, I have 2 second level spell slots and I used them both.
Yeah.
So Gilbetta needs a fucking trance.
I need to sleep. So this room that is opened up is kind of a basic room. There's more of these torches along the walls, and there are 2 statues at the end of the room, each one with their hands held out like this. Facing each other in front of this doorway.
I don't know, guys. I don't know if we should go through another doorway just yet.
I'm finally talking some sense. Let's go. I will take that tapestry, but let's go.
I mean, I'm back okay on health. I'm feeling good, but I can't do much in the way of spells, which means I can't do much in the way of healing if we get fucked up.
I have no healing spells, so that's...
While you're debating this, I'm going to go poke around some of those bodies that are littered on the ground.
All right, give me an investigation.
Ah, goddammit.
Take your advantage off.
I just did.
We've almost died. We're mostly better. Can we please?
You find mostly broken weapons and like the odd piece of adventuring equipment, an adventurer's pack. Like you find 5 feet of rope. You find some pittons. You find a broken water skin, and you find 10 gold pieces total.
Ooh. And while they're doing that discussion, can I pick up that horn and try to break the other 2 off?
Yeah, sure.
Oh, I was just gonna go try to pick up that horn. I mean, like,
If you want to beat me to it,
I was engaged in discussion, so I guess I didn't get to it.
Yeah, you can. It's fairly like golf. You just like line up and knock the horns off. Like put your foot on the head and knock the horn off, and then you can get them.
When I see him doing this, though, I'm gonna go over to another one and try to pry it off with a dagger.
Okay.
right, so
you're
I'll
able
pick
to
up 2.
All right, you pick up 2. Koshano gets the other one. You've all got the horns.
Yeah, let's grab one of those and put it in my pack. What should I label this as? Just
Can we-
horn?
Animal horn until you identify it.
Okay.
Yeah, I was gonna ask. Can I, now that things have kind of settled down? Can I like take a look and see if I can figure out what the fuck these things are?
Sure.
What skill do you want?
Give me a nature check.
I still don't fucking know.
Yeah, you have no. Yeah.
Can I try again?
Yeah, sure. Give it a shot. After combat, I'll give you another check.
Oh, goddamn.
Hey,
Oh, for Christ's sakes. Can I get in on this?
I don't fucking. Does anybody know what these things are?
Oh, these things?
Rad knows these are drakes, particularly guard drakes, but these appear to be some kind of blue dragon hybrid.
All right.
Koshano pipes up and like, they're obviously small blue dragons.
Little blue dragon.
Is that right? What kind of drake did you say?
Or did he share this with us?
Blue dragon hybrids. Yeah.
Guard drakes?
When you
guard?
Yeah.
They're
Guard.
guards?
Yeah.
Well,
So
if
what
they
I
were the
said.
guards, then we
Yeah.
clearly already beaten the threat, so we can just get the treasure.
You know
what were
that
they
drakes aren't necessarily related to dragons. They're kind of like just big feral lizards. But they do have some similarities with dragons, and sometimes can be imbued with certain aspects of chromatic dragons.
All right.
Until he's told otherwise, Koshano's going to insist that he knows what he's talking about.
Okay.
When you say dragons, I'm just going to be like, no, guard drakes.
Yeah, well, that's what I meant. The like.
They were guarding
Dragon.
it. We defeated the guards. It's fine. And then Gilbetta's going to go
Considering
get the torch. She's going to get the torch, and
Okay.
she's bringing it back to the fucking statue.
Considering we have defeated the guards, we should head into the other room.
Maybe.
All right.
Yeah, and you said there were a couple of those torches.
Yeah, they're kind of lined along the wall, and then at the end of this long room, there are two statues facing each other in front of another sealed door, and the two statues are holding their hands out like this.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the torch in the hands.
Okay.
Just
give it
as
to
I'm
she's
on that
doing
too.
that, Koshano's going to say, I think I figured this out. Yes, that.
You put the torches in place. Lightning arcs from torch to torch along the walls and into the doorway. And there's this crackle of thunder as it lights up, and the door opens up slowly. And inside, laying in a treasure room,
6 more of those fucking things.
no, 12, all of them, just all over the place. No.
Fucking litter.
Just all over the place. No. Inside there is 3 large treasure chests, giant sized. And in the center of this massive treasure room, splayed out, is an enormous skeleton of a dragon.
Cool.
Koshano's suddenly interested.
I am the dragon. I will absorb its soul.
I'm gonna take my spear and stab one of the treasure chests.
Okay.
I don't trust them not to be mimics.
He's just like,
Koshano goes straight up to the closest one and tries to open it.
okay.
Yeah, I'm on another one too. I just walk over and start kicking it, open it up.
Yeah, I'm on the third one. Whichever one is left. Like, even if he's trying to stab it, I'm trying to open it. Like,
I'm just stabbing the top.
Okay. Let's go through all of these.
One of them's got to be a mimic. Come on.
Koshano, make a Constitution save.
Fuck! My constitution sucks. Crit!
Oh,
Koshano!
you did okay, Koshano.
Daddy.
You're only going to take half.
Oh, God.
Damn.
As a blast of thunder echoes out of this room from you opening
That's a
this
lot of
chest.
dice.
So you take 7 thunder damage.
That's not bad. You good.
What?
Yeah,
Wait.
that's the appropriate response.
Okay, so before. Okay, I'm gonna fucking.
So everybody runs up to a
like,
chest. Koshano throws one open. You hear boom.
As soon as that happens, Gilbetta ritual casts silence.
Okay.
And then tries to open the third one.
Okay. Make a dexterity saving throw.
She's also ignoring what Koshano is doing.
A bolt of lightning arcs out of the chest that you open. You manage to dodge out of the way, and it only singes you for 13 damage.
See, this is why I stabbed the treasure chest.
Right. So watching this
Koshano's
happen,
Maybe you angered it.
Koshano's going to try
Angered
to
it.
run over to Radon.
I see this. Yeah, the lightning bolt and the thunder. I'm just looking at mine. I just shrug my shoulders and pop her open.
This classic barbarian. Live life to the fullest.
I can't do it right now.
You open yours.
Nothing.
No, make a constitution save.
All right. Ooh.
Ooh.
All right. A blast of wind launches you out across the room as soon as you open the chest.
I don't suppose an 8 would do anything with that too because of the reflex, hey?
Not so much.
Hey.
Yeah.
So on that one, we'll say, oh, where's my good dice?
Where are more dice?
Where are more dice? All of the damage. So on that one, you take the full brunt of it, and you take 12 concussive damage as it launches you across the room, and you tumble to the
that's
floor.
not bad.
That ain't bad. I
Gilbetta
laughed the whole way.
You're
dismisses,
just like,
Gilbetta dismisses the side, by the way.
okay.
She did that because you can't, when you're with a silent spell, you can't take thunder damage. So she, in case the other ones were thunder, that's why she did that.
Each one was a different aspect of the storm, the thunder, the light.
Gilbetta didn't know that.
All right, well, getting back up on my feet, chuckling, and walking back over to the chest.
So what's
Okay.
in the chest? What's in the chest?
What's in the chests? What's in the
Yeah.
chests?
When I'm stabbing, I want to know.
Yeah. Look,
He just
I
kind
mean-
of walks over like.
you're all cautious, like he stabs one of the chests, and then 3 other people just come in and throw them open, and you're like, this is why I stabbed them first.
Exactly. And I chose my long weapon.
So seeing as how you were within range of
Oh, I
said
definitely
lightning
should.
bolts.
In my headcanon, he was standing off to the side.
No, all right.
Sean's
That's fair.
headcanon is
I
canon.
think that's more
so.
than fair.
I imagine that amount of caution. Like if somebody who's going to check on the chest to see if it's going to kill them, they're not going to stand in front of it. They're going to stand to the side.
They're gonna like poke it from like.
All right. So let's see what we've got. Where's my good treasure tables here? Oh, fuck it. All right. $64.
What's in the chest?
All right. In the chests, you find. In the first chest, you find a collection of. Oh, geez, not that much. Let's do another one.
Koshano's chest?
Yeah, we'll say in Koshano's chest.
All right.
In Koshano's chest, you find 9 glittering gems, each one worth about 10 gold pieces each.
I'm actually not standing in front of that chest anymore because I ran over to try to stop
Okay.
Radon from doing it. So we still can't hear anything, right?
No,
All right.
I released it. I
Okay.
I
So I guess the first thing I would see is whatever was in Radon's chest.
All right. Well, what is in Radon's chest is a couple things.
oh shit.
So we got to go to the right table here.
Tables and charts.
Tables and charts.
Oh,
Real D&D.
shit.
Yeah, so
Right.
after that he gets that blast, I kind of slowly walk over and sort of look into it, probably as he's coming up at the same time, I imagine.
All right. In Radon's chest, there is a potion of healing. A spell scroll. Another spell scroll.
Dang.
And a potion of climbing.
Fantastic.
And there is
Oh.
also a massive tome of giant legends and stories.
There's Koshano.
Oh, I'm just so hard right now.
Well, so before Radon can grab that, Koshano says, well, looks like we found ourselves a bit of a treasure cache, as is per Avalon Knights Academy protocol. This will be pooled and distributed fairly at the end of any such excursion, since you are auditioning as recruits of the academy. I'll go ahead and hold on to these for now.
What are
And he starts to gather things out of the chest.
I'm
Spell-
putting my hand on the book.
spells for the spells? What am I saying? The spells are on the spells.
He puts his hand on the book.
What spells are on the spell scroll?
I don't.
I'll tell you in a bit. You'll have to get them identified.
Okay.
So he puts his hand on the book.
Yeah, I'm just palming the book.
Now, Radon, if you're with
Okay,
this
well-
group, you must follow the group rules, of course.
I'm looking at you. I nod and I say, I want the
While
book.
they're jerking off over the book.
I'll tell you what, Redan. Should we all exit this tomb alive, the book is yours, as your cut of the treasure. Fair?
Okay.
Good.
As they're jacking off over the book, Gilbetta's gonna take the potion of healing and the spell scrolls.
Okay.
That's all she cares about.
All right. Do you want to know what was in
I'm
your
going to
chest?
grab nothing. I would
Yeah.
love what was in the chest I was stabbing.
All right. The chest that you were stabbing, we'll say it was Jabetta's chest. And
I mean, I took the damage for it.
because there were 3 of them. So let's say it's Jabetta's chest. Jabetta's chest. Inside of that chest, there is an orb.
Ooh.
A very large orb that looks like that looks very similar to an orb that you saw on a statue earlier on.
Right, when we came in, because the guy had the staff and the orb.
How large is the orb, just for scale? Like watermelon size or like cantaloupe size?
It's about the size of a globe.
Okay.
Oh.
Well,
And while they're looking at this, Koshano kind of runs back over to that first chest that he was at, figuring there's got to be something in there, and he sees the 9 gems worth, what did you say, 10 gold each?
Yeah.
And yeah, he definitely grabs those.
It's like shoving gems in his pockets.
Right.
Also, there is a bag inside that chest, Gilbetta.
Okay.
And it's very ornate, nicely ordained, and it looks like it has a face on it.
Okay, I'm gonna touch the bag first and see if anything happens.
Okay. Nothing happens.
Okay. Then I'm gonna open the bag.
Okay.
Open the bag.
Open
You
the
open the
bag.
bag. Seems like it has a lot of space in it.
Oh my god, is it a fucking Mary Poppins bag? Gilbetta's gonna. So is there anything in it?
No, it's empty.
a bag of holding.
I'm gonna. Yeah, that's fantastic. Taking it. It's fucking mine now. I'm gonna put the
Okay.
orb in it.
Okay. The bag kind of stretches and surrounds the orb, and then kind of shrinks down to a regular size.
Okay, did I see that?
Yeah.
Nice.
Interesting.
Neato.
Yeah. All right. So we got an orb now. I don't know what the fuck we're gonna do with it.
Can I take another quick look around the room, see if there's anything else?
Yes.
Sure.
We have an orb. I
Maybe
wonder
break
if we can
off some
find the
dragon
staff.
teeth or something?
Yeah.
I bet the
that's
staff was down the other hallway.
Do you want to? All right. So give me an investigation check on the dragon.
I'm gonna say, was this dragon? Did it have spikes like on its tail or on its back or anything?
Oh yeah, it's got spiky protrusions all along its back and the back of its head, and along the tail. You feel like if you take a really close look at it, you might be able to determine the species of dragon it was.
Investigation 18.
Investigation 18. With an investigation 18, you find that this dragon had 3 different jewel-encrusted teeth,
Oh, yeah.
like they were made by a jeweler.
May I grab one of the non-jewel encrusted teeth?
Absolutely.
Awesome.
I want all 3 of those giant jewel encrusted teeth, and I'm going to walk over one by one and start putting them in that giant bag.
Okay. All right. You get the.
Koshano doesn't notice the jewels on the teeth, so he's not really concerned with this. But he has heard legends of dragon part weapons and stuff. So since he's collecting fucking pieces of Pokemon, he's gonna try to break off a spike off the tail or something.
Okay. Are you looking to make like a sword or a dagger or what?
He's not totally sure. He's just heard vague legends of weapons, so he's gonna get something about medium blade size if he can.
Okay, so you find a particularly sharp piece of the dragon to kind of break off.
Maybe a rib bone or a spike or something. Just
All right.
kind of snap it off.
You get the impression that each one of those teeth is worth about 200 gold each.
I pocket a single tooth.
Shadow did not notice that.
The jewel encrusted teeth.
The jewel
Anyways. The single dragon teeth, you imagine you probably get a couple of gold pieces for as well, but they're probably more useful as spell components.
Well, I'm grabbing them.
Yep,
Yeah.
that's why you're going for.
I don't know what I'll use it for, but I'll find something.
Hey, you never know. You never know. You might go out and find yourself you need a dragon tooth.
I mean, you literally never know.
All right. So yeah, this bag is able to hold all these things. You're able to shove it all in.
Great.
Awesome. Yep. Great.
Great.
Well, that was an adventure.
We got So wait. So what? There was the orb, and then what else was in the central? The bag, of course. And was that it?
Yeah, just the orb in the bag.
Okay. So we got healing potion, climbing potion, 2 scrolls, 9 gems worth 10 gold each, piece of the and the orb in the bag. Okay. So Koshano is going to take a moment to look at those scrolls.
Okay. Oh, the scrolls are giant sized.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
So
Yeah, really, right?
it's like unrolling a map.
Just like, whoop.
You can pack them up and have them in a kind of tighter space, but it's like unrolling a map. One, strangely enough, is lightning bolt.
Fucking of course.
As a 3rd level spell. And then there is another one that is Ice Storm as a 4th level spell.
Nice. All right, and while you're identifying these, I'm gonna look at Gilbetta and look at your bag and say, tapestry. Tapestry would go with
Tapestry would fit in that shit.
Quick question. As far as scrolls go, do you have to have slots for scrolls, or do you have to be able to cast that level, or how's that work?
No, you don't need a slot. You don't need to be able to cast that level. But both those things make this more difficult.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're not a magical person, you can try to use a spell scroll to cast a spell, but there's more of a chance that something could go terribly wrong, or you could burn the scroll, or what have you. If you have a wizard or somebody like that, they can copy the spell into their spell book.
Yeah. Okay.
But
All right.
I'm gonna look at everyone and say, still 2 more doors.
Yeah, we couldn't get the one door to open though. Also, if we're gonna do that, I need to sleep before we fucking go anywhere else.
I need to take a nap.
I need a fucking trance, okay?
You want to rest inside this temple. Why can't we just take our spoils and go?
We've already defeated the gods. So what?
We've got this orb. We don't even know what it is.
Yeah, but if we get the staff, then we can have the staff and the orb, and then we're going to be able to figure out what the fuck it does.
More books too.
There might be more books. There might be Koshano, look at me. There might be more legendary tomes, Koshano.
Let's. We defeated the gods in this side. Let's check the other. Well, all right.
Gilbetta knows fucking Koshano. She knows how to fucking line and sinker this motherfucker in.
Yeah. Okay. So wait. So there was the one with the statue, and then we went down. There was the one with the dragon.
Yeah.
And then that led us to the one with the drake. So we have to go back to the dragon room.
Yeah, we have to go back up the stairs.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right? Yeah.
So I guess, when we get back there, Koshano will climb the dragon thing and reposition the horns so that the other one is pointing at the other door and this one is pointing at nothing.
Okay.
Kind of do the opposite of what it was, what it initially had effect, yeah.
Nothing happens.
No lightnings?
No lightnings.
Okay, does there any place that looks like might hold this fucking orb?
No. Not here. Can't hear you, Richard.
No, I'm talking to myself at the moment.
Okay.
Do I have any skills that can help me figure out what the hell this orb is?
You can investigate it. Use Arcana, maybe.
Can I do a puzzle check? Roll the puzzle skill?
Yeah,
Do an Arcana or a History check. Anyone could do it. Taking a look at the orb.
yeah, I'll do an Arcana check.
I got a 14.
I got a 5.
That's a whole bunch of nothing.
Okay.
I got
well,
a nat 20.
Ooh.
Koshano got a nat 20.
Up the hidden temple.
okay. So the orb of thunder and the rod of lightning.
Oh, great.
We're both
Koshano knows the
used.
fucking. Thanks for withholding that information before, Koshano.
Well, you guys saw this in the legend in the tapestries.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Were both used by Isidir to channel the storms in the fight against the dragons. This is a portion of that power. This is the sonic portion, the power of a storm contained within this orb.
Sonic portion. you
Neat.
The concussive sonic portion of a storm, the thunder.
said. Interesting.
Yes.
Interesting.
You don't have the magical experience to know precisely how to use it. You think if you spent some more time with it, you maybe become attuned to it and have a better idea of how to use it. But you know that this is a powerful artifact used for summoning powerful storm magic.
Koshano's gonna try something.
Okay.
Up climb that statue with the one pointed at it at the one that didn't do anything last time. The horn.
Yep.
Pointed
Okay.
at the other door that didn't open yet.
Okay.
I'm gonna take out one of his drumsticks.
Okay.
Hit the horn.
Fucking weirdo.
Okay. It just clatters against the stone of the horn and nothing happens.
Can I make an investigation check to try to figure this thing out too?
Sure.
What is happening? Oh my lord.
Upon investigating it, you get the impression that perhaps this statue had a charge to open one door, and that the choices you made in this temple were a kind of test to determine what kind of rewards you might have gotten.
I bet the staff was the other one.
And like many other tests, you don't feel like there's a do-over on this one.
That's the DM's way of saying you're done now. Just leave.
Done for now.
Done for now.
Well, there's still that open pathway.
There was
There is the
the
open
other pathway in the statue room.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that's I assume he's relayed this information to us.
Yeah, I imagine you did.
So so we'll head back over to the try to open the other door in the statue room. That was an open path, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is now sealed.
We're gonna go back there and I'm gonna be like, hold on, just give me 10 minutes. I'm gonna do good old bring back. I'm calling him Moose, Mr. Unseen Servant, MUS, Moose.
Okay.
Bring Moose back, and
Did
Give
you
him a
hear
torch
Sean
and
say
something.
that the door's sealed?
It is now sealed.
oh, there is a seal there.
Yeah.
Oh, all right,
It's closed now.
great. We can go grab that tapestry for the library. For
Get
the
that
library.
tapestry together. It's time to go.
For the library.
I am
So that's worth
absolutely on that.
1,200 gold, right?
Mhm.
Gilbetta kind of Gilbetta's holding the bag and she kind of opens it so they can put the tapestry in.
All right. The bag absorbs the tapestry.
And then Koshano's going straight out this door finally.
Excellent.
Sean.
How's the weather outside?
Yeah, is it still storming outside?
No, it's beautiful and clear.
What the shit?
Right, Koshano's leaving this fucking place. Yeeby.
It's beautiful and clear. It's the middle of the night right now, though. The weather is
Oh.
calm.
Great, I need a fucking nap anyway.
Well-
I'm gonna head over to that crappy lean-to I made earlier on.
Which is still together. It's still
I'm walking
Not
over
so
with.
crappy now.
the horse is nearby.
I'm gonna
walking over
Gilbetta just crawls into the back of the into the carriage
Okay.
and just starts trancing.
Okay.
Gilbetta's
Koshano's gonna go
Gil-
over to sorry.
Gilbetta feels really uncomfortable, like with the amount of health she's lost and that she can't cast any spells. Like she's like, I'm really fucking tired. Like,
I haven't had a day this hard since the entire party almost died.
I'm not okay.
Since the last fucking dungeon we went in, why do you keep going into dungeons?
No, look, the
Because
last
we
dungeon.
keep getting treasure.
The last dungeon was emotional toll. This
It
is a
was.
physical toll.
I guess that was a dungeon too.
Yeah.
That was the wailing
right.
too.
Koshano's gonna go over to the two new people joining us, and first over to Radan. Well, we certainly made it out of there alive. I suppose I made bargain too soon, but here you are. And he's gonna hand him the book.
All right.
I'm going to take it graciously.
As agreed.
Head nod.
I'm a man of my word.
Well done.
I found your presence quite useful. Perhaps you might join the academy after all. I think if you make your way up near Golden Field, you'll find the Avalon Knights Academy. Ask for Cookie. You may have a home there, unless, of course, you have other things you need to do.
I'm going to just look right at you, give you a nod, and say, I'll keep going.
Very well, and he's going to turn over to Richard. It seems I may have misjudged you. You saved my life. You didn't have to. And he's going to hand him the lightning bolt scroll.
Ooh.
I think you may find this useful. And he's also going to hand him 3 of the gems.
Oh. Much payment.
How gracious of you.
You seem like a man I'd prefer to have in my good graces. As for your suitability for the academy, I'm not quite sure I'm qualified to determine that. Perhaps you should discuss with Cookie. I don't know.
I will indeed.
At any rate,
I want both of you to make a history check to see if you've heard of Cookie.
Oh shit! Yeah, I shouldn't be dropping that name so loose.
That's a negative.
Okay, you haven't heard of Cookie. Neither one of you's heard of Cookie.
Nobody.
I've heard it a little bit more, but I think it's a biscuit.
So what are you talking about cookies for? All right.
Well, I suppose we make camp for the night. We need to continue on to Neverwinter in the morning. Richard, I know you mentioned you have business there. You're welcome to continue traveling with us. And Radan, wish you the best. The option is yours.
I would like to stay.
If I can travel with you to Neverwinter, I will.
I would like to stay.
Nice.
Very well. Well, I'm going to stay in the wagon. You folks have fun in your little nature shelter here.
The moment is ruined. Full Koshano.
And he's just gonna go back over to the wagon and start getting up stuff, make a little fire next to the wagon.
Like looking out the window.
No, Gilbetta's trancing inside though, just so you know.
Just walks.
Yeah, no, he's probably gonna sit like on this side of the top, just kind of chill by a fire for the night with Yee. Keep watch as best he can. Take watch shifts with Yee.
I'm going to root myself into the ground.
At least
gather
until
things
Gilbetta
on the
finishes.
ground.
All right. Just be like,
Slapping
And
Richard
by the way-
on.
By the way, I don't like how late it was, but Gilbetta, as soon as she's done with like her trance, if that finishes before the night's over, any of the rest of the time until everybody else wakes up, she spends trying to attune to the orb thing.
okay. All right.
I'm gonna slap Richard on the back of the arm, back of the shoulder, and just be like, "Good job." Go walk over towards the
Wait, which
towards
shoulder?
the carriage, and then just roll underneath it.
I just need to know which shoulder.
Yeah, which shoulder? The wooden shoulder or the
The wooden one, absolutely wooden.
All right,
Clunk,
it makes a very nice clunk sound.
Yeah, and then
like
just
slapping the side of a ship.
and then just go to sleep underneath the carriage.
Nice.
Yeah, it's like a nap.
All right. And everybody goes to sleep for the night. And no bad nightmares this time. We'll call it a night for now.
All right.
Yay.
All right.
Yeah.
An unnecessarily dangerous adventure.
Unnecessarily I wouldn't say it was unnecessarily dangerous. It could have been a lot
I mean,
worse.
I should have said unnecessary and dangerous.
Oh, I see. Okay, but you guys made out like bandits. You did very well.
Shockingly.
Yeah. I did keep that ice storm scroll though because it feels like it goes well with wind.
Yeah, possibly. You think you could maybe merge those together in some way?
Some cool shit's gonna happen eventually.
No, you got something to break down out of that.
That's a nice
When the
spell.
It is a nice spell. It's a darn good one.
Yep.
That was a little bit of gilding on my part because I could have gone with lower level scrolls, but it's like, okay, what kind of scrolls would giants have who fought dragons?
Right? Yeah.
Right?
I mean, that's a really fair point.
You know, where you compromise the treasure for the sake of story.
Yeah.
You're not mad about it.
I'm a really big fan of you doing those called shots. I love it when DMs throw those in.
My rules for called shots is it's disadvantage unless you have other contributing factors.
Yep. Makes
And
sense.
then depending on the kind of damage that you do on it, I'll tell you whether or not you succeed.
None of us have been competent enough to call shots yet, so it hasn't come up.
That's not true. Zavel calls shots.
Oh, that's true. Zavel
Because she's got that awesome fucking crossbow.
Zavel actually knows what she's doing.
She's got a super crossbow scope that lets her call shots now.
Oh, I've seen some rangers do some crazy shit with called shots.
This is the first ranged sniper rogue I've ever DM'd, and I'm so disappointed in all my previous rogues for not doing something like this.
Yeah, they're deadly.
Yeah, just so you guys know, you're basically working with a complete useless fraud and a hoity-toity temple girl. So
Look, this was
She
conveyed
may
in
be
the initial
hoity-toity,
interview.
but she fucks shit up.
Hey, based off of what just happened, like, I'm thoroughly impressed. Walked out of there totally fine. Healed the
Yeah.
shit out of
Yeah, but-
everyone. Like,
very fucking healed. Yes.
Yeah, I walked away with full health.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Ybi didn't get hit at all.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yumi was fucking fine the whole time.
Yeah, fucking little goblin ninja. You can't touch that shit.
the ineptitude of opening chests is a little bit to be desired, but
I was just like, I can't believe they'll just rush to open those chests.
Slow learners around here. We
No,
should
look,
know
I'm
better by now already.
I'm so used to parties where as soon as I place any kind of treasure or reward in front of everyone, everybody's like, don't fucking touch it. You stay the fuck away from it. It's Sean. Don't touch a damn thing.
I
Gotta
mean,
get
then
in
how you gonna
character.
get the treasure? How you
Yeah.
gonna get the treasure?
I know better.
yeah, seriously.
I
That's
just
good stuff.
I just always expect mimics.
100%. Look, that's not a bad instinct.
A warlock would likely have that instinct.
Although I'll put it out there, a lot of times when I use mimics, they're usually rugs.
Good to know.
Because
Hey,
nobody
that would've-
expects.
That would have been a
There's this
fantastic
lovely-
use of the
As
tapestry.
Koshano sleeps, he suddenly thinks about all those legends he heard about evil rugs.
Oh yeah, no, look, the mimic rug, that's something.
There's this lovely picture that someone did of how mimics are always toothy and terrifying that way. The best mimic would be one that just grows arms and decks you.
I love it. I'm gonna
And
use it.
based on our new friends, it's a wooden arm.
Yeah. No, it's a wooden arm that comes out and hits you.
So,
Or maybe a door.
if our viewers are still with us, Feldspar, BJ Barrow, let us know what you guys think of our new potential recruits here, how they fared, how they hang. We just to be clear, this doesn't necessarily mean people are go missing. Zavel's still out in Yartar.
Yeah. Also,
but
just
he's just chilling in Yartar. So yeah, be sure
probably
to
having lots of sex.
Yeah, that's Zavel.
like audience likes the new guys. So yeah, so well, I don't know. DM will have to let us know what happens with next week.
Well, I've got
Join
two
us
more
next-
candidates. Join us next time on
We'll
Mercenaries of Mischief.
Who knows? Maybe these guys will hang out through the night and join us along. Maybe they'll disappear in the night. It's hard to say. But they have been given an invitation to go speak with Cookie, so who knows?
The DM knows.
The DM knows. Only the DM knows. But until next time, thank you all for joining us for another wonderful adventure full of bad decisions and horrible mistakes. And join us next time for more mischief.
Another one
the
of
Avalon
Sean's
Academy.
on-the-fly dungeons.
Dungeons on the fly. They disappear in the storm. You know how are you gonna know what they're?
That's how it's gonna
All
happen.
right. See you guys next week.
See you next time.